Let's go.
Let's rock.
Jimmy Juice Podcast, man.
Let's go, let's go.
Figgy, best in the world, that's what he do, know what I'm talking about. Ryan Rockett, born and raised in the H-Town, Houston, Texas. Know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Let's go in the jacuzzi, smoking threats. I got my feet up. Cut them haters off, I told them beat it. I don't need you. Spend 50 racks in cash, but it's all good. I got my visa. This rolling got them staring at me like the Mona Lisa. My ghetto, now in case I beat it like a creature. She always like my sneakers. These Jordan 5 pink aces. Let's go. I'm knocking them down, back to back in the row. He really the one. They already know. So none of my chains go put on the show.
Giving up gins to my juice. Counting the beans, addicted to ends. Need to back in on whatever I do. We get it in on the daily. I get it rocking like this with the 80s. We really 10 toes down on the pave. What's up? We about to see what they saying.
Rockin' gym, fippin' juice. Rockin' gym, fippin' juice. Rockin' gym, fippin' juice. Rockin' gym, fippin' juice. Let's go. Gym, fippin' juice. Rockin' gym, fippin' juice. Rockin' gym, fippin' juice. Rockin' gym, fippin' juice. Go, let's go.
What do you have to say to everyone if we still consider the Astros cheaters?
Yeah.
Where them bitches at? Where them bitches at? It's supposed to be the titties. Where the fucking titties in the bitches?
Flying around playing Eminem in your car, you and your lady?
For the pain out to Cleveland late last evening.
Shit, I go through all of the drops we have.
Fuck it, 300 episode, man. Go through every drop you got. Empty the clip.
All right.
You sliding around playing Eminem in your car, you and your lady?
Yeah.
I caught a plane out to Cleveland late last evening.
Where them bitches at? It's supposed to be the titties. Where the fucking titties in the bitches? Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Qualified. The hogs, the pigs.
This nigga's scared. Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night. Fuck that shit. You sliding around playing
You what we
Eminem in
call
your
a
lady?
tender dick. You what we call a tender dick nigga.
I told you, you did that. Guilty as fuck.
Some people call me Tip. This is about another kind of Tip.
Remember back in the days, man, them days was
Days
over.
is over.
You wanted to hang at the park with the niggas.
Look like money, motherfucker. Money be green. That's not how the game is played. You can't do that.
Yeah, now, well, the thing about the old days, they the old days.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up. We some family men. We getting it paper.
Oh, it's such a beautiful day. White boy.
All the drop.
I forgot about those funny Rick Ross Drake Instagrams, man.
White boy. White boy.
You want to hang with the niggas.
You wanted to hang at the park with the niggas.
He called Drake's new album White Man. That shit was one of the dumbest things that make you laugh. Like, it's so stupid, it's funny.
Yeah.
They say in that album, White Man ain't hidden. What's going on? Oh man. Welcome into the podcast. 300 episodes, y'all. 300 episodes. We did it. We finally made it. 300 strong and 300 more to come, hopefully.
Yeah.
Man,
I can't believe we made it 300, man.
yeah, to be fair, we would be at like 350, but we took a pretty long break.
Yeah.
But we're back. We're back and we made 300. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't know the podcast would last this long when we first did it. You know, we're just kind of fucking around. We're still kind of just fucking around. A lot is changing our lives, but we're still, I still love doing the podcast, love doing it with you, man. Love everybody who taps in. And Thermo76 on Twitch says, "Grass on 300. That's some work. Appreciate it, man. We do appreciate that."
Yeah. Now, a little backstory on why we started doing this podcast. So this was back when we was part-time producers at Sports Radio 610. And we were always, whenever we see each other on the weekend or Friday night, we'd be in the studio pretty much doing what we're doing now. It was kind of on some Michael Wilburn and Tony Kornheiser type shit.
Yep.
I came up with Partner the Interruption. We just sitting there debating hip hop stuff and music and all this other stuff, and we get into a discussion, and we like, man, let's start a podcast. So I think it was very important because we were at the time, we were only a few black folks that was on the programming side. And, with it being Sports Radio 610 and all the other stations, we didn't really have that platform to talk about the stuff we wanted to talk about. So we end up doing this. And the crazy thing is we were so scared to we were scared to kind of do it throughout the day because we didn't want to get in trouble. So we would do it late at night. So so we used to do it right after you do the show with Paul Gallant. So it would be at 12 o'clock in the morning, man, like midnight. So yeah, man, it was some good times. It was fun, and the reason why we doing it, and we're not getting paid to do this, but I enjoy chopping it up with you, man. This is like coming in, relieving you from the shift or whatever, and we just sitting there talking about what happened in hip hop. So this is exactly what we do, man. So it's fun. I appreciate all the support we got over the years, man. Shout out to our guy Tab.
Day one.
Yeah, he put us back on the map. We was debating on should we keep doing this, and he shouted us out on Sports Radio 610, drafted youth #1 overall or whatever it was.
Yep.
So yeah, man, we really appreciate all the support and all that stuff, and y'all helped us get to 300.
Yeah, we had that Chief Keef number, man. We finally did it. Love the support, like you said. And yeah, it was a tough time. When we first did the podcast, I remember, I want to say that was like when the Colin Kaepernick stuff was really popping off. And it was very frustrating being black in sports radio at that time, man. Some of the callers, especially we had to talk to all the callers that call in, and some of these people be on that bullshit, and the host be on some like, can we just move on? Can we talk about Texans, man? We got to talk about Colin Kaepernick and kneeling and all this stuff. Yeah. So yeah, it was very rough being at that time. So we really wanted a platform where you just talk, about stuff we want to talk about. You know, and kind of sports, keep it kind of sports light, but still more hip hop culture related stuff, and basically anything you want to talk about. And we do appreciate y'all. I know Figgy done made big strides since then. He done made full-time producer, basically third host of the In the Loop. And I moved on, but I'm still doing my thing, man. I'm actually in a much better place than I was when I first started the podcast, but I'm still doing the Texans shit. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man. Like we all was part-time at the time, and now we both full-time. So yeah, you in a great place, and I'm in a great place as well. So that's how far we came, man. Like all of us doing this podcast was just part-timers trying to make it. And now we I don't want to say we made it. We still probably got further to go, but hey, we still in a good place now, man.
100%, man. And still now it became more, I think in the beginning we were really trying to, be like the next Joe Budden type thing. But now this is like a good place to relax and just kick back with the people who were cool with us, talk with you, because I don't see you no more because I'm not at the station. So this is my time to tap in with Figgy, and we just talk about, everything that's going on. Texans fan in rehab said, glad y'all put this together. Yeah, we appreciate that, man.
Yeah, while we talking about this, man, I think one person that had a big influence, I don't want to say influence, but he played a major part in our podcast. We'll have him on in just a second. He probably getting ready. But got to give a special shout out to my guy Paul Gallant, man. I felt like that was a major part, and you probably looking like, how Paul Gallant play a major part of a hip hop podcast like that. But just, you working the show, and sometimes I would fill in working the show, and just waiting to after the show is over and all this other stuff, and we sitting there recording 12 o'clock in the morning, just trying to get some stuff done. And I just remember just waiting around as you doing the show with Paul and him plugging us in when he didn't have to do it. Like nobody at the station plugged us. I think we talked about it before, how we feel like people was low-key listening but not telling us.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he played a major part in just the support and the love he showed us. And yeah, man.
No, he 100% did. We'll talk to him if he jumps on in a few minutes. Should be coming soon. But yeah, man, the fact that with Paul Gallant, I was able to get a bunch of Houston rappers on that show, and we kind of tapped him in a little bit, man. We tapped him in. I think he left a little more knowledgeable about rap and hip hop and all that than he was when he came in. But the fact that he gave us a platform to plug the podcast, to have Houston rappers on, and that was a big help for both of us, man. So we do appreciate that.
Yeah,
and we'll chop it up with him in a little bit.
Speaking of the devil, man, coming to the show right now.
Yeah,
only Paul Gallant.
What's up? How y'all doing? Been a while.
It's been a long time, man. Been a long time. So we were just talking about you, man. How I don't think you really realize it, but you are like the godfather of this podcast in a way. Because when we started it about, what was it, like 2017, 2016, something like that. And it was after when I was doing a night show producing thing of your show on 610. And me and Figgy would just kick it after the show. We talk about, hip hop. Like I said, this was kind of a tumultuous time for a Black person in sports radio because the Colin Kaepernick stuff was going on.
Jesus.
And so it was like, it was really annoying having we just really wanted our own voice and kind of a space to talk about stuff we wanted to talk about. And I think your show played a critical part, man, because we had Houston rappers on your show and we got a little hip hop influence on your show. So you did plug our show as well and talk about it on your own show. So we do appreciate that, man. And so, yeah, you are the unofficial, or actually the official godfather of the Gems and Juice podcast, man. So congratulations.
Yeah, I'm Italian or something. Well, that's very nice of you both to say. I loved working with both of you. Figgy, I know you were early on in the game. Rockett, I mean, and I've had some great coworkers, but like I don't think I've ever had a better counter than you, because you were always so dry. And listen, this might, I'm a white guy and I'm not the coolest white guy. Look at me, I'm already I'm good. Single, rolling into dad mode with this fucking Hawaiian shirt here. But I felt like you made me a little bit cooler. Now I heard you talking a moment ago, hey, Paul's gotten a little bit better on the rap side of things. Well, I was doing my live stream earlier today, and someone brought up someone from Migos, and I did not know who it was. And then I kept on looking, and I was like, oh, because we were talking about Offset, and I just went down a rabbit hole, and then I was like, oh yeah, that one guy died here. So yeah, again, I don't know. I don't know shit about shit, but it's always fun hanging out with you two. That's for sure.
Hey, the most important thing is some Houston shit now, man.
Yes.
You don't have to know Migos and Offset and all that stuff. Like, ESG, Lil Kirk and all that stuff, Slim Thug.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Slim Thug was so cool. ESG had so many takes when he came in those two times. And we had Lil Flip, too, which was also really cool.
Yes. What's up? Brandon Caldwell on YouTube said, point Pauly to that Dios and UGK collab on Sunday.
Okay.
I look that up. I don't even know what that is, man.
I don't either. Sounds cool.
But yeah, we're gonna tap in on that.
Hey, real quick, salute the Caldwell too, man. He was, hopped on this podcast a couple times too, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Everybody popping up for our 300, man. We do appreciate that. Now, Pauly G in the building. Hell yeah. Paul, we got to get down to brass tacks now. We got to talk about, it's funny because 2 weeks ago when me and Figgy did our last show and we were talking about our 300th episode and we said, we want to get Paul on. We haven't talked to Paul in a long time. And like a couple of days later, I'm not even lying. A couple of days later, you made the announcement that ESPN Radio had made some cuts and they'll let you go, man. So, it was very sad to hear because I liked your show when I could catch it. very entertaining. You know, as you always are. You're always entertaining, and it sucks for you, but I know I've known you for a long time. I know you've never stayed down for long, and you always bounce back. So I'm not worried about you, man. I know you're gonna take care of it. But how you doing?
I'm living
man?
under a bridge now. This I broke into this place. I'm living under
In
a
storage
bridge.
container.
Yeah. I'm giving car washes over on Fountain View and Westheimer. I think I'll be good. I've actually had some good meetings this week. I think the thing I learned from the last time that I got is that I don't want to be anywhere other than Houston. So optimally, I'm going to look to stay here. How I do that, who knows? And maybe it'll be more of like a part-time blabbing thing. But look, I think all of us know how bloodthirsty this game is that we've been a part of for a while. And it chews people up and spits them back out. And it doesn't exactly pay so much either. So all of that sucks, but it is like a drug to be able to get, I don't know, your mind off for a living, just blab about stuff. So I'll be good. I'm handling it a lot better than the last two times that I got, but I'm sure it'll happen again the next place I go to.
No, I know you're gonna get back on it, man. I also know that you're kind of like me in that sometimes I would get complacent when I'm not calling you complacent, but sometimes when you get too comfortable, you get a little complacent and you're like, you kind of coast. But then when you feel like you've been slighted in any way,
yes,
you suddenly get super inspired and you get more creative and you want to work on more stuff because you got a hater now. Somebody didn't believe in you. So I know you're like that. I know you get super motivated when these things happen. So I know you're good, man.
You know what's funny? Everyone's been so nice, and I'm like, can someone be an asshole to me and say I'm glad you got fired? Everyone's been so nice this time around. Like when I got in Seattle, there were some people that were like, yeah, fuck this guy. But this time around, I actually was looking one day. Like there's got to be one person that said something mean. So it's been very cool. I appreciate everyone who has been so nice to me. And obviously you guys, being the first people to have me on. It's awesome that this is episode 300. That is incredible that you guys have been able to put together 300 of these. I'm curious, from start to where you're at now, what's been the biggest change?
Well, we had a female co-host in the beginning that we don't have anymore. So that's probably the biggest change, honestly, because it was more of a we also did our relationship topics and stuff like that.
Oh boy.
Male versus gender war type shit. And we kind of completely dropped that. You know.
Yeah.
And we actually probably missed a bag on that because that is actually huge on podcasts and social media now.
Oh, yeah. But, they call her daddy world where they're talking about blowjobs and stuff.
Brandon said, I give it less than 2 months before Paul is back on air somewhere delivering the fine New England / Texan takes.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. Probably more Texan. I've been gone for so long. Like, I can't really tell you much about what's going on in Massachusetts. I'm like, yeah, my dad and my sister live there. And I used to know the Patriots. Now they're not that good, so I don't care as much.
Yeah.
I'm a bandwagoner.
I was going to ask you, do you still keep up with them? Because it's like me being from Cleveland, it's hard for me to kind of keep up what's going on with the Browns where I just stop.
Man. I mean, when you're working like a full Sunday and you're covering another team, like it is hard. I will say the first couple of weeks of this year have been nice because the Texans for a change weren't playing in the noon window. So I was able to watch Texans Raiders week 1 or Patriots Raiders week 1. And then I like zoomed over here as quickly as I could to watch this and do like a live stream at the same time. And then for last week's game, it was a Monday night. So I was easily able to watch the entire Patriots game too, while mildly hungover at a bar and kind of falling asleep. So, it's been cool, but I'm so out of touch. Like, I don't know who half the guys are. And also they're not awesome anymore. So it's not as fun. I'm a front runner. What do you want from me? Like, I wouldn't watch baseball at all if the Astros weren't good, but they're good. And as soon as they get bad again, I'm going to go back to like it was 2011 to 2015 and just completely forget that the sport exists.
Nah, you and Figgy are like official Houston Houstonians at this point, man, because everybody points out how Figgy from Cleveland and they want to ask him about the Browns. Figgy don't care about the Browns no more, man. Figgy is tapped into the Texans, man. He's been in here for how many years now? He is a Houstonian honorary.
At this point, I think I have 2 more years and I'll have lived here longer than I grew up in Massachusetts for.
Oh, wow.
Because I moved to Florida when I was 14, messy divorce. And I mean, yeah, it's been since 2002 since I spent a full year living in Massachusetts. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy how time flies. But I mean, shit, I'm on a rodeo committee now. Like I got a cowboy hat. I got boots and everything. Like this is gonna be my 2nd year. I'm on the poultry auction committee. I'm starting to like country music.
Oh no,
man. I don't get that far.
That's good, man. Bravo on Twitch says, LOL, Paul, at first I hated you on 610, then Galan at night won me over. It's probably how a lot of us put you on the good side. Yeah, Paul, I got to say, you were an acquired taste, man.
It's an acquired taste.
When
you don't
first
realize
hear Paul,
what it is until a little bit into it. Even speaking for myself, like I'm fucking annoying, but I think after a while you realize, like, oh, some of what he's saying, he's joking and being sarcastic. And I'm good at, I don't know, yelling and sounding like I have a serious take when I don't actually. So, yeah, I agree. It's definitely acquired.
Do you feel like you're better as a solo host?
Yes.
Than partner up with somebody?
Yes.
I always said that. And it's kind of weird to say because some people, I guess, I feel like a lot of people aren't good just solo, but I feel like you at your peak being a solo host.
It kind of allows me to do whatever I want. Now, I'm probably not the best debater because of it, but I don't know. And I mean, at the same time, I always feel like if you're doing a show by yourself, you have to have somebody who is one gonna at least balance you out in some way. Which Rockett, you were so good at that. And the last producer I had at 97.5, Sean Mapes, I thought also did in a different way a very good job of that too. Like I think you do have to have another voice. Some people do like a couple of different ones, you know, like Dan Patrick and Pat McAfee is like 30 people in that fucking studio. No, I think you got to have somebody else. But definitely I enjoy it the best by myself. But I've also been told that by some people that you're better with somebody else because it's not as much of your, you know, mental illness seeping onto the air.
I feel like people just want that regular sports debate where, hey, this is my take on this, and oh, this is my take on.
I disagree.
Yeah, I feel like that's not you at your best when you try to be just button up. I feel like you can button up. I see you do a lot of TV stuff, but like I said, Galana Night was gold, man. It was a lot of fun. You had your moments where you was serious, but you made. I really enjoyed that show. That's still one of my favorite shows from 610.
Thanks. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, man. Hang on a second.
Brandon Caldwell on YouTube said, as somebody who was up there for 3 years, brother, appreciate Houston. I think he was in Massachusetts. I think Brandon was at ESPN. I think he's moving back to Houston. He announced it. So
okay, yeah, he might have been towards Connecticut somewhere.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That place. Okay, so Connecticut. There's all the ritzy shit. Like, remember when LeBron did the decision from the Boys and Girls Club? It's like Greenwich, Connecticut, where median income's like 100-something thousand. There's nice parts of Connecticut. My brother-in-law is from a really fancy ass part of Connecticut, but there's also like shady Connecticut, and ESPN is in like the area that groomed Aaron Hernandez into being Aaron Hernandez. Like he's from there. That's where Aaron Hernandez is from. So one, kind of shady. Two, depressing, boring, sad, etc. So get home, Brandon. Come on.
Hey,
Yeah, I heard he's coming back. So welcome back, Brandon.
Yeah, I didn't know Brandon was moving back. Salute, man. We gotta link up now.
Sir.
Go.
No, for sure, for sure. All right, Paul. We're not super a sports podcast, but we do talk sports. We do talk Texans, and we got to talk about this. The 2 games the Texans have played so far. Me and Figgy didn't link up for the first game. 2 L's on the record. I'm hearing a lot of hyperbole, a lot of it panic. We're almost at peak panic mode. It feels like if we lose this game against Jacksonville, I think the fan base will melt down. I'm hearing a lot of crazy things. I'm hearing the O-line still sucks. I'm hearing CJ ? What are your general thoughts on how the Texans have played so far in these past 2 games?
I'm not as close to panic as a lot of people are. I think the defense Monday night was disappointing. I blame the defense more than the offense because I think by the end of the year, the hope is that the offense gets up to speed. You got a lot of new parts. You got a lot of rookies. Defensively, I mean, I don't know how they couldn't tackle anybody Monday night against the Bucs or giving up like 6 yards of carry. And we're looking at this defense going into the year as one of the best in the league. This will sound like I'm carrying water for them, but I'm looking at it through this lens. As frustrated as I am by the first 2 weeks, they did play against week 1, the team that came closer to beating the eventual Super Bowl champs in the playoffs than anyone. And they lost to a team at the last second that a lot of people are making a sneaky Super Bowl pick out of the NFC. It could be worse. Now, to what you were saying a little bit ago, you win this game on Sunday, no one's going to give a shit. No one's going to care. It's the Jaguars. No one's going to care. You beat the Titans the next week, no one's going to care. It's really all about taking care of business before 2 weeks from now, you play the Baltimore Ravens, and then hopefully you don't shit your pants against the Ravens for a change. What have they been outscored the last 3 times they played the Ravens? Like 80 to, I feel like the final score has been about 80 to 19. I could be off by a little bit, but it's been bad. So I'm not panicking, but I mean, it is time to show up. And I would say specifically for the offense and CJ Stroud and the new offensive coordinator, Nick Haley, and this offensive line and everybody else, like you gotta give us more than what you've been giving us because it's been depressing for a year plus now.
Yeah. Do you feel like this offense is going to work? Because we've been having the whole conversations about the Patriots offense time and all that stuff. Me personally, I feel like they kind of bailed out of the Shanahan offense a little too quick because I know everybody hate Bobby. I just feel like maybe that was the wrong messenger. Maybe I would have plucked somebody else from that Shanahan tree and just tried to see if we could get a different voice or something.
I saw that one poll, and I think it was from Jeremy Brandon, my old co-worker on ESPN 97.5, and it was like, would you rather have Bobby Slowick back or Nick Haley? And they were saying they want Slowick back, which is hilarious. Slowick made me lose my mind last year because at one point he said football is football when being asked about the offense that wasn't getting better. Like I blew a gasket hearing that live. I don't know if it's about like the system as much as it's about like they just have to have time together. The offseason now basically lends itself to a team taking a while to get moving. You, as an offensive line, can't really have full padded practices against anybody until the regular season begins. And I think about this too. I mean, they're going to be rolling out their 3rd different offensive line to open up the year. And they were without the guy that they thought was going to be the number 2 wide receiver to Nico Collins in Christian Kirk the first 2 weeks. So I know there's a lot of talk about the system. And I know a lot of people are just sick of all things Patriots because of Bill O'Brien and Jack Easterby. And that is totally fair to feel that way. But I like the idea of having the kind of offense that has a different game plan every single week. And for CJ Stroud, it is all on him to get better at reading things at the line of scrimmage, making the correct reads, which he's finally getting the opportunity to do. And that too is going to take some time for him. So I get why everyone's frustrated, but I was looking at this season as hey, what is this team in late November? And I know that's kind of lame to say because it's football and we like to overreact, and we're seeing a lot of it right now. But I feel like you got to give it a little bit of patience for the next couple of weeks.
Football fans are funny, though. This is why you should never listen to fans, because now they want to slow it back.
Yeah,
this reminds me of the Rick Smith era when everybody wanted his head on a platter. Then he left and suddenly we missed him.
Yeah. Grass is always greener, except for it's not. And yeah, you constantly have that. And I mean, Rick Smith, for all the criticism he got, always nailed the first round picks. It was the other picks that he didn't do so well on.
Yeah. Bravo on Twitch said, this O-line is not as bad as people make it out to be. CJ got to get back to top 10 form, and his rookie OC may be mid. I have this question for you as well. Is it possible that the rookie year CJ was a little bit of fool's gold, and we need to adjust our expectations on his abilities going forward? Or do you think he actually is that good and just has been struggling these past 2 seasons, or 1 and 2 game seasons?
I think in 2023, they definitely took advantage of playing a lot of bad teams. And I also think because they're going up against these bad teams, Stroud wasn't facing quite as much pressure. He clearly had a great rapport with Tank Dell. Last year, the beginning of the year, you're fitting in Stephon Diggs, and then there were some injuries between all the other pieces, and Dell was coming back from breaking his leg and getting fucking shot, which everyone kind of forgot about. And I think that last year it got to a point where, because things, I guess, were rather easy to plan against them, they couldn't block for the run. So you can run the same defense where you just drop essentially 2 safeties back. If Nico Collins isn't there, you got no prayer. And then it led to Stroud, I think, becoming less comfortable in the pocket. I think there are some skills with Stroud that are really tough to teach. The throw that he had to Nico Collins for the touchdown, I mean, goddamn, that was a perfect ball. The ability that he has to spin out of a guy that's coming from his blind side and extend a play. Very few guys can do that. I will say, for all those people that thought the S2 score was a big deal, remember that? Like I thought it was kind of bullshit when it was being brought up. There's been some moments where he hasn't been processing things as quickly, but I think, yeah, the skills are there. Now he's going to learn how to be the general on the field. And he hasn't had that opportunity for 2 years. So it's another thing put on his plate, in addition to, hey, behind this offensive line, I have to stand in the pocket. I can't drop back 20 yards. I can't bail out as much as I've been doing. And I don't think that's something that he was going to have right away, no matter what. Now, I'll be honest, to answer your question, I don't know. It might be fool's gold, but I'm still holding out hope, because I think some of the stuff he does, like, there's very few quarterbacks who can put the ball where he puts it. And there's also very few quarterbacks who I think on their best day have the ability to continuously look downfield while evading the rush. He's got both of those things, and he just has to get a little more comfortable behind that offensive line, which clearly needs more time together to get better.
Yeah, I think his regression has become a national topic now. I've seen NFL Live talking about it, Mina Kimes taking shots, all these hosts, because these primetime games, they're getting exposed and it's not looking too good. I still have hope for CJ. I'm not in panic mode with him yet.
Nor I.
But I don't know, man. We might not see that rookie CJ again. I'm not sure.
I think the scary thing is it's coming up to a contract for him. And you got David Molugether who got the ski man and ready to rob. So now it's the topic of, is he worth about 60 million? Is he a 60 million quarterback? So I think that's where it start getting a little dicey. But I still think we got a little time to find out.
For sure. And look, I mean, you're gonna pay him, and you don't want to go back to the unknown, because it's tough to find a guy. And you know, the Deshaun Watson situation seems to have been a blessing in disguise. But yeah, to what you're saying, Figgy, yeah, Villigetta, that guy's a shark. See what he did with the Cowboys and Micah Parsons. Like, it seemed like Parsons was going to go back, and Villigetta's like, hang on, no. Micah, fuck off. I'm taking care of this. And then Jared's like, wait, yeah, he put his Jack Daniels down. He's like, hey, wait, I don't like dealing with no agents. I want to deal player to player so I can hotbox them, so I can make sure they sign a deal. Handshake.
Did you watch that Netflix documentary?
Oh God, it was awesome. Except for the last episode. The last episode was like, oh, we're just gonna gloss over 30 years of you guys sucking. But I'm so obsessed with 90s football because that was like the first thing I was really allowed to do for fun was watch football. I wasn't allowed to play video games, wasn't allowed to watch TV, but I watched so much 90s football, and I really liked the Cowboys when I was a little kid, when I was like 5. Thank goodness the Patriots got good and kept me from becoming a Cowboys fan at a young age because I went to the Super Bowl when I was 6. But I loved those old teams. I used to watch the NFL films of I think the game that the 49ers won between the Cowboys and 49ers all the time. It was great. I very much enjoyed it. God damn it, Michael Irvin. How did Mike Irvin not get suspended like a full season? How did he not go to jail? Upset of the century.
Different era, man. Different era. Players were so lucky back then with no social media. Really, unless you read the paper every day, you had no idea this shit even happened. Nah. So you just go to the games and not even know. Now they got Tyreek Hill's rap sheet being read live on Thursday Night Football.
That was
his rap years of domestic abuse while he's sitting there on the bench. So yes, different time. He is a piece of shit for what it's worth. So like, and I mean, he does have a lot of stuff off the field, but it was weird to like have a sideline report. He's alleged to have done this. It's like, oh wow, what a surprise! But still, like in the middle of the broadcast, like, oh, did you not have anything?
They went back to college.
Yeah, they did. They did. It's 10 years ago. Rough incident.
Wow, that clip I saw. I didn't actually watch the game live, but I saw the clip. It was hilarious. Matt Graves says, "Happy 300 to Gyms and Juice." We appreciate that, man. Appreciate you being here with us. All right, Paul. I was thinking if you still were employed, I might not go here because you got to connect. You got to look good for people. You got to, be PC. You can't go too far. People trying to cancel people, So I might have held off on this, but I see it now. You ain't got nothing to lose. So I'm going to ask you the tough questions.
Hit me.
How do you really feel about this Charlie Kirk situation, man?
All right. So I'll be honest. I didn't know shit about him.
Most people did. Me and Figgy were just talking before the show. We did not know.
Yeah. I mean,
I had to text some people like, "Who do y'all know who this is?" They were like, "Nope." I'm like, "Damn."
I know that he was on an episode of South Park a couple of weeks ago, so that was like my first, I guess, experience with the, parody of him. And I had seen a couple of clips pop up from time to time, and I mean, a lot of the religious things that it felt like he so adamantly clung to, like some of it, I'm like, all right, that's a little much. But whatever the hell he said, I don't know how you can't, if you saw that awful video, like look at what happened and be like, Jesus, this is where we're at. I thought we were better than this. And, and now I'm saying like, I thought we were better than this because maybe we're not, but it seemed like even if he said occasionally some awful stuff, that at the very least, he actually was willing to talk to people that had different opinions than him. And obviously when they posted on social media, it would say, owns lib, like stupid lib owned by MAGA, like hashtag MAGA, like shit like that. and that gets a little tiresome. But I don't know. It's bummed me out seeing the anger from everybody afterwards, whether it's like, oh, it was these people who did it. no, it was actually these people who did it. And all the fascination with the backstory. Like, I wish we didn't have to be skeptical. We could just say, like, man, that was fucking horrible what happened, and we should be better than that. But yeah, it's the discourse is awful. I did a little spiel about it on my show on Thursday, and I talked about Kimmel a little bit too. And I'm just bummed out. Like, I don't want to go on the internet anymore because everyone is just so fucking angry about this.
Yeah, man, I agree. I've had complicated thoughts about it. I think how he went out was horrible. Obviously, it sucked that the video was out there. You know, he has friends and family and shit, and it's horrible to see. But at the same time, I'm always been a pro. Say whatever you want to say, as long as it's not hurting anybody, literally. And there's some worrying things happening after this. Now, there's some people who are being assholes and saying he deserved to get killed. That's some bullshit. I would never go that far. But this is also somebody who had some words that kind of apply to what happened to him. You know, honestly, if you look back at his record and things he said, if you repeat his words after he died, I don't think that's hate speech.
It's interesting, that side of it. I think a lot of the quotes that have been isolated, if you add a little more context to them, I do think it makes a little more sense. But it's so easy to take the few words and say X, Y, or Z. And I don't think any of us really want to go find the context. You're willing to just say, like, no, fuck that guy.
That's true.
And that bums me out. Like, I think, you know, to what you guys were saying and what I was saying earlier, like, I think a lot of people had no idea who he was. Then all of a sudden you see a lot of people that maybe you align with politically saying, like, he's a martyr. Or on the other side of things, saying, like, look at all these horrible things he was saying. He's a demon. He deserved it. And I saw this clip of a professor who gave, I thought, a pretty interesting point. Kirk's probably spoken for like hundreds of thousands of hours in front of people. And if you were to listen to him for all 100,000 of those hours, there's probably some things you would agree with. Not a lot, but there would be something. And instead, people, I think, are looking at the very small quotes and saying, this is who this person is entirely. And I don't know. I mean, I know I've said things that I regret on the radio, online. I've changed my mind over time. I've at the very least had, I've at the very least admitted that I've changed my mind. And I think we're always, all of our opinions should always be growing. We shouldn't be so dug in the way that we are. So, long rambling answer aside, yeah, some of the stuff that he said, I can see why it would piss people off. And that doesn't mean that you owe him hearing the entirety of the quote. But I do think some people are picking and choosing what he said without context. And it's like, I hate that. But no one wants context anymore. You know, we're like, hey, this isn't interesting me for 3 seconds. I'm going to move on to the next clip.
Yeah, and that's kind of the crazy thing about him, is that he's somebody who can fit whatever you want him to be in terms of how you feel politically. If you think he's a Nazi, you can find some things that will support your view, maybe. If you think he was just a regular conservative dude who was killed for his beliefs, you can do that too, man. You can make him look like Jesus. There's so much you can do, and I don't think we care to add context in general anymore. We just want a reason to like or dislike somebody in general. So that's part of the issue. Bravo says, crazy y'all didn't know, buddy. Feels like everybody over 32, 33 had to ask around who he was. Them clips went viral. See, you have to be super tapped in, though. And you have to understand how algorithms work these days. Unless you're in those pipelines, you're not going to get those videos. You know, I'm on Twitter and I'm liking, you know, twerk videos and all this stuff. So that's all I see on Twitter most of the time. If you're liking some political speech, you're gonna get those videos, man. So if you're in that, you're gonna get that. If you're not, you're not. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well.
It's wild too, because seriously, like I never seen his name before, never ran across a speech or a video. I had to ask around, like, hey, did y'all know who this was? And a couple people didn't even know who it was. It was only like one person that was like, oh yeah, I'm familiar with him. But I asked my dad. My dad, like, I'd never heard of him before. I'm like, it's crazy.
It's the generation younger than us. That's who he's really big with. You know, like that we would be big brothers to. It's college age kids now too. So I don't know, maybe a very irresponsible father for or something like that too. But that's where he was biggest with. And from what I understand, because now I'm reading about him, is that, I mean, he was a huge part of the Make America Great Again movement, winning over young people. And, you know, it's funny seeing over the last couple of weeks, the left specifically, like talking about, maybe not last couple of weeks, since the election, the left has been saying a lot of, hey, we need to find like our own insert comedian, like Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn and all these guys who probably lean a little bit right, but are fucking comedians. And like, this is the guy that they need to find their own version of. Somebody who goes out there and actually takes on opinions from the right and in a respectful way can actually attack them. You know, I'm not trying to lionize him or turn him into a martyr, but like this is the guy that side needs. And it can't be like some of the people I see like Harry Sisson or some of these other fuckers. No, it's
Merrill Hill can't do it.
No, like it's got to be somebody who at the very least can win some people over. And I think that's a big problem with people who lean left. And I saw so much of this in Seattle, which, like, to a degree, sorry guys, did red pill me when I was up there. Now that I'm back here in a normal place, because I do think Houston is a relatively middle of the road place. Like, it's different, but there's a way that people on the left side talk down to their opposition. And if they didn't talk down to people that don't agree with them as much, they might be able to convince some of those people to see things their way. Instead, they do it like assholes. You're a racist Nazi if you don't agree with me. Well, how about, you know, if you find a common ground in the middle, you might actually be able to convince some people. Like, I like to think that I'm willing to listen to people who have different opinions than me, assuming you're not going to jump down my throat when I actually say something that I feel. But, you know, I think that last part, we've just gotten worse with that these days. And I think the left in particular is just really bad at giving the other side a chance to speak their mind. If they did a little more of that, it would be good. And Kirk obviously has some opinions that people hate, but Kirk did that. The left's got to find someone like that.
Yeah, I did see a video talking about Charlie, how he came on the scene and all that, and how pretty much the conservatives was looking for, they couldn't really count on Rush Limbaugh anymore because, you know, that was the older crowd and they needed somebody younger to appeal to the younger crowd. And this was around when I want to say Obama got elected for the second term. And so they was kind of ramping up during that time to find somebody like that. And yeah, so I guess that was kind of his come up a little bit.
I remember I had a job interview in Boston the day after Obama got reelected for the second time, and I was doing it on this conservative leaning sports talk show that was in the mornings there, and they were like suicidal. And I made a joke. He was like, oh, why are you guys so glum today? And they had apparently been just told that they're not allowed to talk politics anymore. And so as soon as I said that, they were like just pissed at me for the 2 days that I did the tryout. So, but anyway, to bring it back, you know, that what he did, you might not like it, but it was effective. Doesn't mean though that like, should he be made out to be this martyr? Should he be the cause of some violence between two sides that don't agree? No, and I hope none happens. It's tense out there these days, and it really bums me out. Like it feels like we're more at odds with each other than we've ever been.
I was actually going to bring that up to the whole post Seattle arc of Paul Gallant because honestly, man, I was looking at you, I was like, I thought you might end up going down that I thought you were going to end up being a right wing political commentator after, because I was like,
I mean, look,
Paul is over.
I'm willing to come out of the closet on it with you guys. Like I've done it a few times. I've done it in Seattle. I've done it on a fill-in basis in Kansas City. I'm going to do it again next Friday. It's intriguing to me, that's for sure. But there are also times where some of the stuff that the right side of the aisle focuses on, to me, it's like, why do you care about this? Why is this important? So it's one of the things that's kind of held me back. Again, like at this point, jobs are jobs. So if I grift, I'm sorry. It was that, or selling
bag,
crack
man.
under the highway. Those are my
I'm not even mad
choices.
at you. Get the bag, Paul. Do what you got to do, man. That is it's very lucrative on that side. So I can't blame you. You got to feed. You got to put money on the table. You got to put food on the table. Do what you have to do, man. I feel you.
Have you thought about going all the way in on the political radio and all that stuff? Because I feel like it's a big bag over there, to be honest.
Look, if it's available, it's available. There wasn't. I almost had a job doing that in the not too distant past, and I would have had to leave. So I'm kind of glad it didn't happen. But now I'm like, well, maybe if it happened, maybe I'd be having a little bit more fun. So it's one of the things that I'm going to be blabbing about on my own little show now. If you've never seen it, Gallant Says Podcast, but it won't be the focus of the entire show. I'm really trying to figure out what the hell I want to talk about, because I think I more want to just make people laugh. And there are times, and Figgy, I'm sure you know this, having been in the game as long as you have, like, and Rocket, like, you're lucky you're out. Like, there are some days, especially during the summer, like, I don't want to fucking talk about the Astros. I just don't. I don't give a shit. You know, some days, not every day, but there's some days like, oh wow, they played like the fucking Angels or the Athletics. I had to watch that game. Fuck that. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to play that. So would I be more interested in this on a day-to-day basis? At least in the short term, I think I would be. But yeah, I got to find the actual job itself.
Yeah, I think it'll drive you crazy too. But damn,
after a while, it would, for sure. Remember what you used to make fun of me all the time, where I would like there'd be some weeks where I'm like, man, I'm just tired. I'm tired. And then like the weeks where we wouldn't have anything to talk about, I'd be like, oh, I don't have enough time on the air. What the fuck?
No, I get it, man. I get it. But I should have thought of some questions to get you canceled, just in case you go down that road. I would have been like, damn, how do you really feel about gay people, Paul? Be honest.
Well, they're gay.
Now, we don't want to hold you too long, man. I know you got things to do tonight. But let's wrap it up with this, because I think when I first met you, you didn't know anything about hip hop. You had maybe your favorite rapper was Eminem, and that was it. Now, do you have at least 3 favorite rappers, and if so, who are they?
All right, let me open up my Spotify playlist to give me inspiration, because it really does depend on the mood that I'm in. Now, when I was in college, I will say that I had a group of friends that liked rap music a lot, and it was my last year with them that I really got a lot of it. So there's like this era of rap, and you guys would probably know the term for it a little bit better than me, but I'm assuming this is like early 90s and stuff. So where the fuck is it? Doomsday, where? Dang.
Doomsday. MF Doom?
Yeah, MF Doom. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like
that is a super white rapper to like.
Is it white? Is it white? Wu-Tang.
Okay.
So like the kind of vibe of rap that's when they reminisce, There's like
Pete
this
Rock
kind of
and
style
TLC,
where it's
okay.
like jazzy, but it's rap at the same time.
Tribe Called Quest and stuff like that.
Yeah. What would that genre be called? I don't fucking know.
I guess kind of not really boom back. I guess more kind of conscious rap a little
Conscious
bit.
rap.
Yeah. MF Doom is kind of, I would say he used to be underground. Now he's more, everybody knows who MF Doom is kind of. But yeah, I would say that's more of a conscious jazz based type rap.
Yeah.
But
Is it fair to call it? Is it kind of in the category of backpack rap?
yeah, that's probably better. Backpack rap is what they call it. That Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, stuff like that. They called it backpack rap. So yeah, you go with that. Ryan on X said Jurassic 5 about to be mentioned. I don't think he knows who Jurassic 5 is.
No,
Yeah, he's not that
like,
deep
is that
in the
a
woods
movie?
yet. The 5th Jurassic Park movie? Nah. It's
shit, they're already past 5. Like I think they're at 7 now. Last one was actually good. I enjoyed it for what it's worth.
I have not seen a Jurassic Park movie since maybe the 3rd one. And I was excited because they brought back the guy from the first one, but that movie sucked. And I stopped watching them. Actually, no, I did watch the when they first brought Jurassic Park back, and that was it.
Man,
but they made like 8 movies since then.
I keep getting. I know they got like Jurassic Park and Jurassic World and all this other shit. Like I don't really know the big difference between those, but I know a new one just came out. Like I want to say like a month ago, because the old lady want to see it, and
I went to see it with my old lady. We did a double feature. We did that, and we did F1 a little bit later. That was a fun day. We were somehow gassed after watching 2 movies. I think that's a sign that I'm getting old. I'm just gonna read off a bunch of other songs that I have on this playlist that I feel like are kind of in the same style or era. Slam by Onyx. Shook Ones Part 2 by Mobb Deep.
That's
okay.
I have 2 different remixes of Check Yourself by Ice Cube. This one, the one that I like is like Dassy FX version.
Yeah,
Don't Sweat the Technique by Eric B and Rakim.
Rakim.
Recognized by Smith and Wesson.
Okay.
And then like like Tupac, Biggie, Dr. Dre.
Okay.
You kind of in the backpack boom bap type of hip hop.
Yeah,
older
mid-90s.
stuff. Yeah.
Which is really good.
So for you guys, like where has your taste taken you to now with since we were doing shows together? It's been shit like over half a decade. I'm seeing new guys pop up every 5 minutes, and apologies for being the whitest man alive, but like there's Lil Baby, the baby, and like this fucking dude who killed someone allegedly.
I mean, that's a lot of people.
Name was Dave
that could be like 8 different rappers right now.
Well, fair enough. Like there's someone like named. I thought like me being stupid read his name is like it's D4 something. I'm like, so his name is D4.
Oh, David. Yeah.
Jesus, that story is insane. I know very little about it. Fuck. Maybe that's a next episode thing for you guys. Jesus Christ. But there's so many guys today, and I'm like, I hate their names, so fuck them. Now, that might be an old person take to have, but I'm like, this name looks stupid, so they probably suck, which is probably not true, at least in the eyes of the kids.
Nah, me and Figgy, we kind of aged out of the new hip hop game, man. We don't talk about new rappers really on this show. I listen to a few here and there, but we don't really review their projects. We mainly stay in the clips or Kendrick or Drake, stuff like that. People from our generations, but the newer rappers, man, we don't really get into that because that's for the kids, honestly. Like if Ken Carson or even Playboy Cardi, we'll talk about Playboy Cardi. Maybe he's like 30 years old, but there's some rappers we don't really talk about or get into because we're just a little too old for that market, and
That's
those are
classic.
mainly for the kids. So we kind of stick to what we've been talking about since the beginning of this podcast.
Okay.
With the rappers that have been around since then, but yeah, we're not really into the new stuff that much.
I think I've officially got to that age where I'm good with listening to the same shit, like the same old music that I grew up to. Like I just got like a little playlist. It's all older shit. It's nothing brand new. sometimes I don't want to take the time to listen to somebody, a new rapper or new artist and all that stuff. I'm just like, man, I would listen to the same song the whole way to work. I'd rather do that than try to find somebody new, man. You got to really be impressive for me to be like, oh, this is a new artist.
Yeah,
you really
no, that's fair.
Ryan said dilated peoples. Yeah, that's going way. I don't think you're ready for that type of. That's super backpack at that point, man.
Well, shit, you might have to give me. So one of the things that we did on the radio show back in the day was Ryan would give me homework, and I'd listen to it. So I mean, obviously I have a lot more free time. So you need me at any time, let me know. But if you want to give me a rap homework assignment, and I can come back, you can hear the corniest fucker say like, well, I gotta say this about the lyrics. I mean, I'm here.
have you been keeping up with the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef? Like,
I mean, I'm aware of it.
Have you listened to any of the songs?
I have, yes. So here's my controversial take. It was a great, like, hit 'em up style rap, but there's something about Kendrick Lamar. I don't care how good his lyrics are. I hear him and I'm like, fuck you. I don't know why.
I get what it's the voice changing.
Yes,
it's the voices. Yeah,
which is hypocritical coming from me, of course, like more than anyone. But there's and everyone telling me that I should love the halftime show when I knew it was coming. Like, everyone knew he was going to do the song, and like the whole time, like, they're doing this build up to it. And look, I understand that the show was about more than the actual song, and they had Samuel L. Jackson in it, but everyone, like, explaining to me, it's specifically like 36-year-old white men explaining to me why it was so awesome. I was like, no, he sucks. Like, boom, bop, damn. That's the kind of thing that I like on my ham. Like, fuck you.
You never say anything like that. But I get what you're saying. Look, to be honest, me and Figgy did not like the song Not Like Us when it first dropped, man. We admit that it was a powerful song that took over the country, but me and Figgy actually didn't like the song when we heard it. We talked about it, and we weren't really fans of it. That LA style of rap that DJ Mustard produced, we didn't fuck with it. But I've never been one to tell somebody what they should or shouldn't like. If you don't like something, I'm not gonna convince you to like it or why you should like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah.
So
I will say you're not the only one that don't really care for Kendrick Lamar. That's not like a crazy take or anything like that. It's a lot of people that love hip hop music that just don't really rock with Kendrick Lamar for some reason.
I think it's for me, it's really just if no one was telling me I should like him, and if I just heard it and it wasn't shown to me like I need to like it, I probably wouldn't mind it. Because I'm at the point now where I have some friends and they're more musically inclined than me, and they'll play stuff for me. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. Like I'm pretty open-minded with all of this stuff now. But as far as that beef goes, hey, good for Kendrick Lamar. Like he just talks shit about a guy and everyone praised him for it. Is Drake back? Like is he done?
No, he's been putting out music. He has an album coming out soon, probably in the next few weeks. That might be your homework assignment. Listen to the Drake album and see what you think.
Okay.
But he's still around. He hasn't gone anywhere.
Okay.
I wanted Paul to listen to Meet the Grams. I don't know if you heard that song.
No, what's it called?
Meet the Grams.
Okay. Like the Graham, like a graham cracker?
Yeah, like graham cracker. Yeah.
Okay.
That is Drake's last name.
Yeah, that was one of the diss songs Kendrick did to.
Oh, he didn't. So he did a whole album of it. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Drake's full name, if you didn't know, is Aubrey Drake Graham.
I knew his first name was Aubrey. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fucking Degrassi over here.
All right, Paul. We don't want to hold you too long. I know you got things to do, so we'll let you go, man. But we appreciate you stopping by for our 300th episode of the podcast. We love you, man.
Love you guys too.
Y'all tap into Paul. Make sure y'all listen to what he's doing. He streams almost every day, right?
around noon right now. We'll see how long that goes. But yeah, Gallant Says Podcast is on YouTube and X and Twitch and Facebook and Instagram, and it's on Apple and Spotify too. So if you want to hear just a borderline crazy person just rambling incoherently about sports, but generally into non-sports, I'm your guy. So appreciate you guys for having me on. And thank you both for being a part of what my show was back in the day, where I first really got to take my first steps doing things by myself. Because I don't think without either of you stopping by from time to time, the show would have been the same. And specifically, I don't think it would have been as fun.
We appreciate that. It was funny because I was listening to your show, and you played the audio for the box score hot takes.
Yeah.
I was shocked you still had that.
Oh,
man.
I got everything. I got everything. I have a big folder of drops that I could play. Wait, I don't know if this is actually going to play over the air. Like I have this. Let's see.
Oh, shut up! It's Gallant Night. Stay put.
We already.
I have that as a drop.
I actually still had that drop on in our system at 610.
I remember. Well, I remember hearing that every now and then, because that was the show I would listen to the most, was with Landry and John. Because once I got off the air when I was doing the 10 to noon show, like that was what I would listen to on my 3-minute drive in and out of work. And it was funny to hear, at least when I was back there back in the day. So.
I've got to go through some. I still have a whole folder of all the stuff we did on the show, man.
Oh, good. Please, you know what? You got to share it with me. I would love to go down memory lane with this at some point.
I remember I gave you a quiz online, or I gave you an online quiz on how to tell if you're a narcissist. And it was like amazingly accurate, the answer it gave at the end. So I'm gonna send that all to you.
I am what I am. Learn to accept myself.
All right, we appreciate it, Paul. Everybody follow Paul at Gallant Says. Tune into his podcast Monday through Friday, Tuesday at noon. And yeah, like we said, we love you, man.
I love y'all too.
And we'll definitely tap in soon and talk to you again.
Sounds good. I'm gonna play one last clip.
You make it unbearable. God, unfreaking bearable.
I was there for that.
Oh man, we still talk about that, dog. We still talk about that.
I actually played that. When was that? It was about a couple months ago.
Oh yeah.
At the very end, you said we'll be back.
We'll be right back. That was what I knew. I was like, oh, I'm fucked.
Do you still talk to Mike Meltzer?
Still talk to Mike, still talk to Seth, still talk to Sean, still talk to Landry, still talk to John, still talk to everybody. You know, everyone's been super nice to me since everything went down. And that's one thing I feel like now, maybe there's some private haters, but I feel like for the most part, people like me. And ultimately that matters more than whether or not I'm employed or I'm good at this shit. So, yeah, but anyway, how many more times are we gonna say bye to each other? I feel like at this point
we're closing it now, man. We're closing it now. We're letting you go. You're a free man, Paul. Go ahead and close it out.
Guys, love you both.
Take care. Yeah, that's Paul Gallant, our good friend, man. Been a long time since I talked to him. Really, we still text from time to time. I still hit him up. I feel bad because he hits me up every year for my birthday, and I don't know when his birthday is. So, so all of our texts is just him saying happy birthday, and I'm like, thanks, man. But I don't know his birthday. I should have asked him. Fuck.
You had to look on Facebook.
Yeah, that's the thing. I never get on Facebook anymore, man. I'm never on Facebook. I'm never on Instagram. I'm only on Twitter usually. So
I think his birthday is in like March.
Fuck, I missed it. I should have asked him because I feel bad, man. Usually, I don't know anybody's birthday offhand. I have to look, and Facebook is best to know somebody's birthday because it says it right there. But
his birthday is I'm looking on his Facebook now. His birthday is April 11th.
Oh, wait, that's my sister's. That's easy to remember. That's my sister's birthday.
Oh, that's super easy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got him now. I'll say happy birthday to my sister and Paul. So yeah, appreciate Paul coming by, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. We might have our original co-host jump on in a few minutes as well. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, just enjoying our 300th episode, man. Going down memory lane and talking about some real shit, you know. Bravo said, when I heard Mike going off on Seth, I was shook and laughing my ass off. Dog, there was so many moments. I remember Mad Radio with Mike and Seth was like the first show I worked on. And
you should have had that position, to be honest, that producer position.
Landry was good for it. I'm not mad at it. You know, I was upset when it happened, but I'm not really. It's whatever, man. I think I fit better with Paul in the night show anyway. So things work for a reason. But that was the first show I worked at 610, and they always tripped me out because I never knew if they were joking or they were serious. Because there's a lot of moments when Seth got really mad and he would like walk out the studio, and I'm like, is this a bit? Is this some kind of radio thing, or is this? I didn't know what the fuck was going on, man. And I wasn't there for that day, but that was a crazy day to fuck. Yeah, that was wild, man. That's the unbearable rant.
Yeah,
that was insane.
Yeah. No, what's funny is I forgot what they was arguing about, but I think I think he said, did he offer him like $20 or some shit?
I don't even remember.
That might be another argument. that might be another argument, but it was one time he offered him like $20 if this bet isn't right. He just kind of threw money at him a little bit.
Like a prostitute. Damn.
Yeah, Mike got pissed over that. It was a couple times they got into it, man.
Yeah, nah, for real. And like I said, I never knew because I was always wondering if that was like a radio thing they did or if it was real. But nah, it was real, man.
Nah, it was legit, man. Just think about just working with the same person for years, and you kind of get tired of them a little bit.
I think their personalities were just way too different. That's the main thing about them. But that's also what made the show good because they were so different. But it also made it probably hard for them to work together. I don't know. I wasn't in all of those internal meetings or whatever. Yeah. But I do remember me and Seth worked together because we found out Mike Meltzer was either Jewish or had like Jewish background. So
I didn't know he had some Jewish background.
Yeah, I don't know how it came up, but I think he revealed Mike is very private about his personal life. But somehow it came out that I think he was either Jewish or had a Jewish background. So my girlfriend at the time had a radio show with the rabbi and I was like, hey, why don't we, Seth was saying on air, like jokingly, let's have a late bar mitzvah for you on air one day. And I was like, hey, my girl knows a rabbi. Can we bring him in? I talked to Seth about it. And Seth was like, hell yeah. So we brought this rabbi in for a random segment on Mad Radio. And Mike was obviously not with the shit. He was like, what is it? Seth was having a great time. He loved this guy. But Mike, you could tell, was not having a good time, man. It was hilarious, though.
Man, that's hilarious. Yeah, nah, he don't be rocking with stuff like that.
Nah, he didn't like the surprise.
Yeah.
Like, he's Mr. Stick to Sports 100%. So, yeah, that was very funny, man.
Yeah.
Since we're we'll see when Jules drops on, if she does drop on. But in the meantime, there are some things we got to talk about in hip hop and rap and whatnot. And we got to talk about this Dame Dash situation, man. Dame Dash went on the Breakfast Club and had an all-out fight with Charlamagne the God. It was honestly, I'll put this in their top 5 interviews of all time. It was very funny, man. Like, the things they were saying going back and forth with each other. Wendy Williams is your OG.
Yeah.
Them calling, I don't mind gay people, but you gay. Crazy stuff. And it was one of the funniest interviews I've ever seen, man. Jenny P on YouTube. What's up, Jenny? Says that was the funniest interview. The way Dame called him gay. It was Charlamagne called him broke.
Yeah, he said start Dep Jam.
Det Jam, yeah. And then he said Det Dash or some shit like that. Also, Dame Dash said that he bought Revolt or was buying Revolt, and Revolt had to come make a statement and say, no, that's not true. So let's play a clip from here, man.
Black men can't be gay.
Black men that are gay should say they're gay.
Well, I'm not gay.
You are.
Only girls worry about niggas' pockets anyway.
That's what you care.
You're a woman. Why do I care what
care too much
you're
about
a girl
what
with a
other people
mustache.
think,
Get
man.
out of here. You're a bald-headed girl.
You're gonna dress like a shady pastor and act like one. Practice what you preach.
This is a big.
He told me stories about how you and him linked up off the set.
I don't know that nigga.
Say it like
Off
that.
the set.
Well, yeah, nah, pause.
It's because I don't mind showing my flaws. See, you guys hide your flaws. You hide your homosexuality. I don't hide.
Raise your hand if you think Dan's broken the rule. Seriously. See, it's just me and him.
But this, you said that some guys was kissing, throwing you kisses because they liked your paw's butt, and you went back. That's gay. I don't think you're a proper representation of the masculine black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys are.
I'm listening.
Okay. Like, your OG is Wendy Williams.
Your whole existence is money and material things. That's why now that you don't
Your
have
whole
it,
existence
you're
is
trying
gay.
to prove to everybody that you do.
Your whole existence is gay. I know that's why I don't be around men. So we all know they betrayed Jesus. I said this.
You walked in here with a man.
Can I finish?
As long as I'm paying the loan back, it's not a
You're
problem.
triggering me. You think he's masculine? Would you want this man around you if 10 guys jumped you? He'd run, and you'd have to run with him. Stupid.
I don't believe you.
Because you're dumb. How would you know? You're in this coffin every day. Count Dumbula.
Count
What?
You do the same thing.
Right.
All right, man.
Yeah, it just goes on. But it's one of the funniest interviews ever, man. I've got to watch the whole thing uncut at one point. But these clips alone, like I usually you see one funny clip from an interview. This one had like 10 classic clips that you're triggering you. Yeah, I'm shocked that Dame even knows the word triggered. Yeah. And he said it so many times. You're triggering me.
Yeah.
God, man.
Hey, I thought about it because I always think about like, damn, who would we like to get on the podcast? And I don't think I could get Dame Dash on the podcast, man. Nah, he seemed like the type that would just over talk. And if you say something, he start yelling and all that stuff. He seemed like a rough interview to try to have. It would create a viral moment for sure, but I'm good on the Dame Dash interview, man.
Dame Dash always seemed like a super annoying, ignorant dude to be around, man. Even back in the day when Rockefeller was on top of the world, you could see why Jay had to separate himself from this dude. I don't know why anybody thought that was some kind of betrayal. Like, if you want to go somewhere higher in life, you cannot be around this man.
Yeah.
All right. Seeing no homo pause every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
All this goofy shit, man, yelling at people for no reason,
Yeah.
calling everybody broke.
And not even just that, but just these important board meetings. You in there acting ignorant, man. Like, nah, we ain't gonna get nothing done if you sitting here acting as the CEO.
Yeah, you can't with this dude. Like he might be a good guy to play good cop, bad cop with to an extent, but if you want to go somewhere to the next level in life, like Jay-Z did, you cannot bring somebody like Dame Dash along, man. You have to understand that, and it's just he's always been this kind of dude. But I'm really more shocked that he's beefing with Cameron right now, because that's somebody I thought that they would always be cool.
Yeah.
And, they were so linked up that Cameron beefed with Jay-Z on behalf of Dame Dash.
Yeah.
So these are people that I thought would always be cool. And now apparently I think Dame Dash is suing Cameron for $300 million or some shit.
I saw that. I was looking.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was real or not.
Nah, it's real.
Damn.
And then Cameron released a music video shitting on Dame Dash. I'm like, how quick was this turnaround? This beef just happened a couple of days ago. You already making music? Damn.
Yeah.
This motherfucker take 10 years to make an album, but Dame Dash did some suddenly he got a music video out.
Yeah.
So.
And it's classic Cam too, because he rapping over Fantasia.
Yes.
I'm like, that is classic Cam, man.
Dame Dash is now suing Cameron for $300 million for defamation of character. He said, quote, Cameron made my wife and 2 sons uncomfortable. I would never do anything violent, and I don't want anyone that loves me to do anything violent. So this is the only way I can handle this.
Yeah.
Now, number one, I don't think anybody ever got anywhere close to $300 million off a defamation of character lawsuit.
Mhm.
And number two, Dame Dash himself in an interview said that he was dealing drugs with Cameron and Cameron cried, and that's why he didn't involve him. So you defamed your own character by admitting you're a drug dealer. So I don't understand what he's trying to say here.
But back in the day, he also mentioned that Cam used to do some business with him like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so you was lying back then?
Yeah.
You lying now?
No, and that's the Harlem thing, man. That's why you can't trust nothing nobody says, because we just went through this with Cameron and Jim Jones.
Yeah.
All these years they've been cool. All these years Cameron been talking up Jim Jones. Now suddenly he ain't even from Harlem, and he was never about that. Okay, so either you lying now or you was lying back then.
Yeah.
But that's just the Harlem way. It's scorched earth with them whenever they in beef.
Yeah.
It's no hope hard.
Yeah, real quick. Let's pivot real quick because we got a. I don't even want to call her a special guest. She's like the OG,
the OG,
the one that came up with this damn name of the podcast. I don't even know where this thing came from, but we got the one and only Jules.
Hola,
Yeah.
What's up, my man? What's going on?
We good, man. For those who don't know, this was our original cast right here. When we first started the podcast, it was us three in a little studio. No bigger in this room.
Yes, it's been so, Jules. It's been so long, man.
I
You look
know.
good. You look good. You have a
Thanks,
fancy,
you
fancy
too.
setup. I like the ring light. I like the whole thing. The setup.
Yeah, see, the last time I spoke with y'all, it wasn't as clear. So I said, this is the 300th episode. We got to do it big this time. I got to make sure my boys are coming correct. How y'all been? Y'all look great. Keeping it going.
Oh, yeah, nonstop. You see, Figgy done leveled up more than all of us. He done got the fancy studio. Look at him.
He is the city for sure.
yeah. So I got tired of doing the podcast up at the station.
That's what's up.
So we bought a house, made a room, a studio, and all that stuff. So this is my little media room.
Nice. So where are you living at now? Where's your house set up?
So I'm over in the Galena Park area now.
Okay. All right.
I'm right off of 610 and off of 610 East.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Rock, what's going on with you these days?
I'm good. I've been working. I moved to League City, so I'm out here now still. Just doing the damn thing. I'm working this other job, but I still work 610 doing the Texans games on Sundays. So
there you go. Okay.
Yeah, got half a foot in. But more importantly, how have you been, Jules?
Working like a dog, man. I just moved back to Georgia. I was working near you. I was in Baytown, but my job transferred me here to be closer to home. So I'm back in GA, closer to family, and just trying to see how they do it on this side because I ain't been over here in some years. But I just went up there. I was telling Figgy for Chris Brown last week. And is that a No.
You don't support women, Jules. You don't support women. Is that what you're saying?
I definitely do. I definitely. So that wasn't y'all I saw on the front row jamming all his songs. I could have sworn I saw Rocket up there waving.
Hell no. These motherfuckers out here saying he better than Michael. Come on now. John
oh my God.
We were at the Beyonce concert. That's where we were.
Supporting real royalty.
Oh gosh. I was hoping by this episode Rocket would have came to his senses, but I see you still have not. You still have not.
I only acted like I was a Beyonce fan to troll you. I'm not a Beyonce fan. I don't even like her music.
No, we're gonna keep it there. Let's keep it all the way real. I know what it is. It's all good though.
No, we did not get sponsored by Rock Nation, so it's been gloves off. Now we were trying in the early days to get the Jay-Z brunch invite, but now the brunch is canceled. So fuck it. I'm anti Jay-Z, anti Beyonce.
It ain't even worth it because after Diddy, they might be heading that way soon. So I mean,
Diddy getting free though. Diddy getting free. Diddy parties ain't over. It's just beginning. It's a new America now. I don't know if you know it, but it's cool. Epstein people are free and walking around.
For real. For
know?
real. Really. But y'all definitely miss a show, man. I ain't gonna talk too much about it, but I will say that man is the truth and he needs more credit. And that's it.
How long was the show? Because I heard the show was very long.
It was Summer Walker came on exactly 7:01 and gave about a 30-minute set. Then Bryson Tiller and Chris Brown came on at like 8:30 and did not finish till like 10:50, 10:45-ish. So for what, an hour and a half, 2 hours almost, shut it down. Bad. Hits after hits after hits. I will say people was on their feet the entire time. When he would go back and do a costume change, then they'd be like, ooh, okay. And then when he come back out, they'll be on their feet again. But yeah, what amazed me, because I saw Chris Brown when he first came out back in 2005, which is when I became a fan, to see that he still can sing live like that. Because I thought he was on some other stuff to where he didn't really have those vocals, but he still can sing live, to flip in the air and all that stuff. That's talent. Ain't nobody doing it like that no more. But Beyonce is, even though,
true, very true, very true.
One person that ain't doing nothing but having babies is Rihanna.
Oh my God.
Yeah, your so-called bigger than Beyonce artist.
She is. She still is.
Come on now.
Because people are still considering that one. I don't. They still considering that one of the top best halftime performances for the Super Bowl.
You had to be kidding me. Nobody talks about that show anymore. People forget it even happened.
Because they're saying the hits. Like, I was telling people, they was disappointed, but I'm like, if you've been to a Rihanna concert before, this is how she performs. She's gonna give you half-ass performances. All she do is just roll her ass in a circle and just sing to the beat. She's gonna have some fashion, but she has hits though. Can you still name me 3 Beyonce hits that just make us get on our feet, rocking, and just be like, ooh, that's my shit right there? Can you name 3?
You can't ask me this question because I'm not a Beyonce fan. I'm just objectively saying she's not as big as Rihanna's not as big as her. It's not even close.
You're crazy. I know.
Not.
I know.
When Rihanna goes on tour, when Rihanna goes on tour, okay, Kia. When Rihanna goes on tour, she will not do Beyonce numbers. Let's be real. She will not. If she even goes on tour, I doubt she will. She'll probably do LA and New York and she'll quit.
Yeah.
I don't think she really tapped into doing it. We used to argue about it all the time in the early days.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna have to come on here and do this, but I see I still got to school you so many years later. Dang it,
Look, we gonna catch up on everything. Captain Fireball on YouTube says, "Happy 300, guys. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you being here."
Yes.
That's my guy Marty.
Yeah, Marty, what's up? And HRW713 on Twitch said, "Congrats on Trey Hunted, fellas. Appreciate that, bro." Yeah. Now, let's get into some topics we have not talked about with Jules. Most importantly, Drake and Kendrick. We got to get your thoughts on this. How do you feel about that whole saga that went on? And how do you feel, first off, who do you think won the beef? And what do you think about the aftermath in the years since the lawsuits and all that stuff?
Yeah. First, I will say that it was great catching real hip hop beef live time, because I was up when Drake dropped and Kendrick came after another one. Kendrick came after another one. Honestly, I feel like Kendrick did it because I was on the phone with my homeboy at the time and I said, what's gonna get Drake and just be KO is if Kendrick not only create, because we know he's a lyricist, hands down, but if he come out with something and it's a hit, and he did that. The hit, Grammys after Grammys after Grammys, halftime performance, that's all 2024 was. So in my personal opinion, I feel like Kendrick took it all because that's all he needed, because we already know that he's a very better lyricist than Drake, but Drake is heavy on the hits. So the fact that Kendrick came out and made a hit, he won, hands down, for sure.
Do you think Kendrick has gotten overglazed lately with the I mean, he won like a record number of Grammys for that song.
Right.
He did
and
the
what
halftime
he just
show.
won an Emmy or something like that. An Emmy.
I wouldn't be surprised if
he
did.
just won an Emmy for it,
which is crazy.
Right.
Then he won. He also did a halftime show. How do you feel about the halftime show, the Kendrick Lamar halftime show on the Super Bowl? You didn't like it?
Well, I love my people. But these halftime performances that was blackity black, 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 black. For me. I mean, power to the people, Black History Month. Yes, I love to see our brothers out there doing it. But football is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We there to watch a hell of a game and a good performances. Like, we want to get out there to shake our ass. We ain't trying to have no monument statement. And that's one thing I got to give Drake is when he made that crack that, you know, people don't be in the club with dictionaries when they listen to Kendrick. Like, people want to shake their butt at the halftime performance. And I mean, Kansas City was already getting killed. So for that to happen, we ain't getting a good game, and then you get a politically correct or incorrect statement of a halftime performance like that. I think it was too much. I feel like we need to get back to what Super Bowl used to be, which is a good game and a good halftime performance that includes everybody. And that's just me. But being where we are in America right now, I understand it, and I really did like it. It was very creative. But I think Jay-Z just need to have maybe Britney Spears or somebody do it next year, which I hear he's doing it. Jay-Z's doing it, right? Or it's
it was a rumor, but I don't think it's been even close to confirmed yet. I don't think he's going to do it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Now, so just so I don't misunderstand you, you're saying we should make America great again, right? Because it sounds like that's what you're getting at.
I mean,
at this point in America, we do not need that blackity black stuff. Okay, let's get back to our rock and roll roots and real America.
Look, being the jack of all trades and all about peace. Yes, we need to. I feel, because I mean, even for Kendrick, he didn't do none of the hits. He could have did All Right. He could have did Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. Like, at least get something to where everybody's included. Because, I mean, yes, the world is secluded, as we know, with everything going on. That doesn't mean that we have to jump on the flame and do so. I feel like sometimes it's just like going to work every day, right? You going to work every day to where when you come home, you just want to relax and chill. Super Bowl, that's the party. So I need to go somewhere to where I can watch a good game and party. I ain't trying to be up here like making a statement and all that stuff. That's just me. And yeah, I just feel like with that, that's a way to kind of bring everybody together. And maybe that's my politically correct answer. But yeah, I just feel like it was just a little bit too much of us. I did love Samuel L. Jackson, the way he used him, though. That was genius. That was genius. I mean, it was great. It was just, if I have to speak for the people, it was just a little bit too much. I mean, we was already winning. We've been winning all this time. Like, we can tone it down a little bit. Bring it back. Bring maybe Aerosmith or somebody next year. I don't know, but
it'll probably be Metallica. I'll bet. I think it's gonna be Metallica.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor. I don't know how true this was, but they was looking at Cardi B and Meg.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
No,
really? Because Cardi just released the album.
I listened to it today.
They was gonna ride that wave a little bit.
Cardi B would have to be like, I don't know the history of the halftime show since Michael did it and blew it up, but she would have to be like the least famous person to do a halftime show if that's true. Right. She had one album.
Right.
I don't think Cardi B, they can't put her up there, man. That can't happen. That's wild. But
what was y'all's thoughts though? Did you enjoy it or what?
I thought personally it was a good halftime. I thought it was a good Kendrick show. I thought it was a bad halftime show.
Okay. Wow.
It was a good Kendrick Lamar performance.
Right.
Yeah. I thought he did okay, but to me, when people try to throw up the numbers like, oh, this is the most streamed halftime show and hit all that stuff, I'm like, nah. I feel like this halftime show was forgettable.
No,
like, I think you got to look at the backstory to understand this halftime show. And Kendrick, I agree with you. I think he should have played the hits and all that stuff, but I think he just had a different agenda. He wanted to embarrass Drake.
I was about to say mission to embarrass Drake because hey, that's classic. When you look dead in the camera, say Drake.
Yeah, I feel like he had the hits to perform, the big hits to perform, but. Yeah, he was on a mission to embarrass this guy on the biggest platform in American history.
I agree with that, and if you didn't listen to the album, you really didn't even know what the songs was. So it's like,
Mhm.
come on, Kendrick. It was just a little bit too much for me, but I did enjoy the performance. My favorite halftime show is I always go back to is Snoop, 50, Dre, Mary J.
Yeah.
Blige. That's my favorite one, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. That was a good way to kick off the hip hop
Mm-hmm.
inspired one. So, no, that was a classic one as well. I got to ask you, since you said you're back in Georgia, are you in
Mhm.
Atlanta?
Yes, Marietta.
Okay, you're in Atlanta. All right,
Mhm.
you must make it there. You're making big money then. All right, you can afford to live out there. We got to ask you about the Atlanta Civil War going on right now. I don't think even me and Figgy talked about a lot of this stuff because more stuff has happened since we last talked about it.
Mhm.
The Young Thug phone calls from prison, shitting on everybody, shitting on Future, shitting on Drake, shitting on Andre 3000, shitting on pretty much Gunna, of course, which we knew he didn't like and he still doesn't
Yeah.
like.
Mariah the
But pretty much,
Scientist.
yeah, cheating on her. And yeah, a lot of stuff going on. I think Young Thug was the glue in Atlanta, and it feels like that glue is coming apart now. I
Mhm,
think
it's
a lot of people
unraveled.
have
Yeah.
reportedly rumors are that Young Thug is pushing his album back because people are taking their features off.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard those rumors.
What would you do
So
if you shitting on
yeah, fair enough.
everybody? Yeah.
To be fair, he did apologize. He wrote some Instagram statements and shit,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know. I do kind of feel like things you say in the private. Okay, it was on the jail phone. It wasn't private, and he was stupid for saying anything that he would be embarrassed of saying on the prison phone. But also, these were leaked phone calls. It's not like he was out and about saying this shit to random niggas. It was to his girlfriend and stuff. So I don't know. But how do you feel about this? Do you think that this will tear Atlanta apart? Do you think that the Atlanta run of like 10 to 15 years now is finally going to end because of this? Or do you think it's just kind of overblown?
I think it already is. And I think the one person who's trying to keep it together, as he showed in his latest, is Metro Boomin. With his latest album, how he brought back Dro, brought back what's her name, YK, and he had so many people on this last album to where I think the underdogs really got their shine, and it's gonna be up to Metro because people mess with Metro hard. So I think if anybody's gonna bring Atlanta back again, it will be him. And Thug, he's just gonna have to do more than what he's doing because the only reason why he's apologizing is because he got caught. If he didn't get caught, it still would have been the same old thing. But what confused me is I thought him and Drake was on good terms. So, because I mean, Drake is running out of people. So it's just, I don't know. It's weird. Music society is just weird because it seems like right now everybody's just snitching on everybody. People getting caught up, and it's like, let me take myself out of this situation before I get involved in it as well. I think Young Thug was up there with Future and shoot Jay, maybe all of them, but this is probably trying to take away from Atlanta and maybe get to a higher, maybe up there on Playboy Cardi status, maybe corporate status, if you will, with the music industry right now. But I think this is his way of cutting off certain ties with people. Because I mean, when you really need people, and they don't show up for you, what do? I think people are just relying on those who, and these people probably didn't cover Thug while he was behind bars. So you just never know the backstory of it. But I just feel like Atlanta's already unraveling itself, and it's going to take somebody like Metro Boomin really to piece it back together.
Yeah, I think it's about time to move on from Atlanta in general.
Yeah.
Okay, these rappers have held it for long enough.
Yeah.
I think it's time for another coast to come up in the wake of Atlanta and put themselves on. Not LA though. I don't like that.
No.
That's
so.
See, that's what I was about to say, man.
No.
I feel like LA is probably in second place right now, respectfully.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of that type of music. I ain't gonna lie.
What I think, or what I listen to, is Detroit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they might be next.
Detroit, I feel they are making. I love Babyface Ray, and I mean, I think they coming up. And even if you're not from Detroit, there's a lot of people in Atlanta trying to make Detroit music. So I think they might be up and coming. And of course, my hometown, Tennessee, we still in the running too. So you
Yeah.
got Glow.
Okay.
You got
So
Glow.
what? 8Ball and MJG coming back? Who's putting on in Tennessee?
No, Project Pat's still doing his thing. He was just in Nashville
Okay.
not too long ago. But yeah, I think Tennessee got a little something too. But no,
Okay.
Atlanta, I feel like is just because where's 21? I mean, he made an appearance on Nudi's latest album, but I made a joke that Ice probably got to him since he wasn't from here anyway.
Could.
But but everybody's just MIA in Atlanta, and I just give props to Metro because that was for it to be a little bop club anthem and bringing everybody together. I think he did good with that. Travis Porter, I think he would be the only one to bring people back like that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how you feel about that album, because I actually talked about that album on this podcast, and I was shocked. I'm like, I felt like I was in 2010.
Dude, I love it. I love it. Yeah,
somebody hold me up.
exactly. If you was in the scenes back there, you know it takes you back. That takes you back all the way. I love it.
And Young Dro was going off on there too, man.
Yes, he was.
I'm like, man, I feel like we didn't really appreciate Dro back as a lyricist.
Right. Dro, like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because Dro, I mean, he got the Landon tag on him and all that stuff, and I think people kind of look at that, but dog, he had some bars, man.
Dude. Dro has always been the man. I think he would have went farther than T.I. if he really wanted it like that. But he did mention that he was in love with the streets more so than the industry. So he took himself out of it. But I think Dro, hands down, has always been one of those top underdogs for sure. Yeah.
No, I've always been a Young Dro fan. Even though I don't like T.I., I'll always fuck with Young Dro. So yeah, I'm glad he got some shine on that album.
Now I know you was banging Dead and Gone with Justin Timberlake and T.I. Rockett. I heard
God. Oh God. That T.I. versus T.I.P. album, one of the worst ones ever, man. The whole I got caught with guns. Now I gotta reformat my image. Tip is gone. This is T.I. now. Okay, man.
I don't even know who he is. He don't even look the same. That's a clone, man, for sure.
He got some dreads now.
Yeah, that's who is that? Like who? He don't even look the same. Nah.
Yeah, you tripping. What's up, Lamont? Lamont says, is Taylor coming back from Tennessee? I didn't even know Taylor was from Tennessee. I thought he was from Houston, to be honest, man. I didn't know Taylor of Show Enough fame was, I guess it makes sense because I think they did some songs with 8Ball and JG. But yeah, I did not know Taylor was from Tennessee. That's wild.
Yeah.
Lamont also says Ghostface has the best album of the year, and it's not even close. I mean, if you over 40, yes.
I did think that album was okay. But the Supreme Clientele 2 is knocking some points down for me, man. I wish he didn't name it that. I wish it was something else. But I enjoyed the album, but of course it's not like Supreme Clientele, the first one.
Yeah. What have you been listening to? I know you have some eclectic taste, Jules. You're not always into hip hop and stuff, but what have you been listening to lately?
Yes, and you guys don't want to hear about that. What I've been listening to lately.
I actually do.
Well, on that side of the portion, it's this guy named Goth Babe. He's from Memphis, Tennessee. He do surf indie rock, and he's very, very good. So that's who I've been jamming all year long. Just
wait, how you spell that?
Goth Babe, Goth Babe, BABE. And he's like a surf.
This is a man named Goth Babe.
Goth Babe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know about this guy, man. I can tell the primary audience for this guy is women. So yeah, I can't.
He's a sexy little white thing, and he be jamming though. He be jamming though. It's like I don't know, just keeping positive waves, I guess, keeping positive energy. But of course, on the other side, I've been jamming that Nudie, man. I like that Young Nudie and that Freddie Gibbs album, Alfredo 2. It's been my top for this year for sure.
Okay. You don't fuck with Earl Sweatshirt? You didn't like that new album?
I haven't listened to it yet. I wasn't really an Earl Sweatshirt fan, but I'm gonna have to give it a listen. What's the name of it?
It is I forgot. I forgot what it was called, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I I don't know. I'll look at it's whatever his new album is. I forgot what the name is.
Yeah.
Lamont says Taylor is from Tennessee. He was linked up with Swab House, Tony Draper. Then Lil J took him. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. I did hear him a lot on Houston radio, so I always thought he was from Houston. But that makes sense.
I recently gave Four Bats a listen to, and it ain't too bad. But that man's music is just, I can't. Like, I saw him in Rolling Loud last year, and he cannot perform at all. Like, these new wave cats, I just, at all. But, I mean, for the R&B way, I guess. It was
Four Bats, I thought was the most obvious industry plan I had ever seen. He came out of nowhere with like millions of monthly listeners on Spotify and like 2 songs out. And I'm like, wait a minute, who is this guy? And there's a few like that too. Hollis is like that too. There's another dude, I forget his name. Ian, it was like that as well. A guy who just came out of nowhere with a bunch of followers and shit. So yeah, there's a few. A lot of these young dudes be industry plants, man. I don't trust their so-called following.
I try to give everybody a chance, but it's just it's getting harder and harder. Like the weekend I was there, the city was wide open because what's his name? NYB. What's the ones that the cats are all into? YNB, YN. Young Fly, young boy, or something like that. What's
NBA Young Boy?
Yeah, NBA Young Boy was in town, and I still can't get into him. Are y'all a fan of him? He's not. Okay.
I think he has some okay songs, but I can't listen to a whole project from him.
Yeah. But the city was wide open because the kids go up for that man right there. It was crazy. I haven't seen people downtown Houston like that in a minute, but it was wide open for sure.
You know, he's a god. When Nicki Minaj was talking about NBA Young Boy, and she was flat out said, I don't understand. Like, it's impressive how much support he gets.
Right.
From fans and stuff like that.
Right.
And he said he got some of the craziest fans around.
Right.
Don't nobody really know why. Like, there's no legit reason why like these people support him the way they do.
He's packing out stadiums. I thought it was hilarious how he had that green background, and they was like, it looked like Scar from the Lion King, because they were crazy in there. They were hype, packed out. It's like, and I try to give his music a listen, like a few songs, but it's just like I couldn't, like you said, I couldn't listen to no whole discography. I couldn't at all. But I still listen to some Playboy every now and then. I can't lie. So.
Cardi had a great album. I'm sorry. Cardi had a great album come out.
Music, I Am Music.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
That's a great album, man. I'll defend Cardi. I don't put him in the same lane as all these new rappers, man.
Yeah.
I think Cardi been around for a minute as well. He's not some new, like, he's one of the newer rappers, but he's also almost 30.
Yeah.
And he's been out since like what, 2017?
Yeah, 2017.
So, yeah, he's before that. I was even listening to him with awful music and all
Me
that
too.
stuff. So
I was a huge fan. Yeah.
That was Cash Cardi back in the day.
Cash Cardi, right. I still believe, I think Kevin Hart made the joke that he been bit by the devil or something because he's weird now, but I always roll with Playboy. He always had that unique taste, and I think he pretty much was the trailblazer to a lot of these young cats now.
100%. They jacked his style. Even if people on his label done stole his style.
Yeah.
Lamont on X asks, how do y'all feel about Cameron kicking out Adrian Broner? Do you think that was staged, or does that boxer really have issues? We didn't get into that earlier when talking about Cameron, but Cameron had Adrian Broner, the boxer, former boxer. I don't think he boxes anymore. He's retired. But he was on their show. And of course, the Cameron and May show has a very attractive lady on there. I think her name is Treasure Wilson or something.
Yeah, Treasure. They call her Stat Baby.
They call her Stat Baby, but Treasure Wilson. And she is the moderator of the show. And Adrian kept on trying to, shoot some game at her. He kept saying, "Oh, damn, I didn't know you're so sexy. You're so fine, girl." And like he kept doing it throughout the show. And they were trying to get him to talk about the NFL and stuff like that because it's a sports-based show. And he kept saying, like, I'm sorry, I can't focus. I can't stop looking at Stat. And eventually Cameron just said, all right, I'm going to have to ask you to leave now because I done asked you several times and, her boyfriend's here. So we can't have you acting like this. So he took out his purse and he took out money and he paid Adrian Broner and he walked out. So I will say, as somebody who's been familiar with Adrian Broner, he's always like this. I don't think it was staged. He's just somebody who goes viral for being a fuck up now. And he's always drunk. He looked like he was drunk on that show.
Yeah, it looked like he was drunk or high, something like that.
Yeah. He's almost always drunk and fucked up. And he's just good for viral clips because he's always acting fucked up. But he's just, I don't know why anybody wouldn't embarrass himself like that. He used to be somebody, we thought this dude was going to be the next Floyd Mayweather at one point. That's how he was hyped up to be. And then he had some ugly ass losses and he just kept spiraling downward. And he eventually just got famous for talking shit in the post fight after he lost.
Yeah.
So he's kind of famous for being a fuck up at this point. So I don't think it was staged, but what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think it was out of line that Cameron kicked Adrian Broner off the show?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, if you going by a schedule, going by a rundown, and you just doing some, bogus comments on stuff that's inappropriate, yeah, I don't think he was wrong. I don't think it was staged.
Yeah, I don't think it was staged either.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised he lasted that long, man, because he seemed like he was just out of it. And I'm like, what the fuck? He just seemed like he was drunk. He was just all over the place, slurring his words and all that. So at that point, it's like, man, you got to go. Like you here to talk sports, man.
Yeah.
And you keep talking to the stat baby like that. And not to mention she got a dude was there. Like, nah, man, you got to go. This ain't even entertaining at this point. It'd be one thing if it was a little entertaining, if you all that stuff, but nah, man, he was just looking sloppy, looking awful, and just slurring his words. Nah, I do think it's kind of irony that Cameron, out of all people, is the one said, "Nah, man, you got to go." Like this is disrespectful, because Cam could get real disrespectful at times.
Yeah.
I thought there was a little bit of irony that it was too much for Cam.
Now, what do y'all think about Molly quitting?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Look, I'll be real. I never thought she added much to the first take. I always thought she looked cute.
She was a little coarse. She was a mediator when she cared. Lately, she been showing up to work like she don't give a damn no more for the longest. So
I think with the debate show, the moderator just has to be somebody who keeps it going.
Mhm.
And with her, she was somebody who had to interject with her opinion all the time. And I think that's what's annoying, because we're here to listen to the debaters debate. You're moderating.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily need to hear your opinion. I think it was more so, I remember this all started back when I want to say in the early days, maybe Carrie Champion, and it was a debate with Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless about Ray Rice domestic violence. That video that came out when he punched his girlfriend, knocked her out. And everybody was asking, why doesn't the female host have something to say about this? Is she not allowed to talk?
Right.
And ever since then, the first take host has been very opinionated on everything.
Yeah.
So, but Figgy, what are your thoughts, man? I don't really care about Molly getting fired. I mean, I think what happened most likely is she got lowballed. She saw how much Stephen A. Smith is making, and her contract was up, and she knew they weren't going to give her anything significant over what she's getting right now. She said, fuck it. But
yeah, because I saw a post of she was going to end at the end of the year, and then the next day Stephen A. put out that statement. So I'm like,
she abruptly quit.
What quit? Like what?
Yeah, I think she it could be a money thing. It could be maybe she got something else lined up, and it kind of popped up real quick where she had to quit as soon as possible. But yeah, I was okay with Molly. Like, I was a Carrie Champion guy.
Yeah.
And then Molly eventually took over, and I think she got better over the years. But like Rockett said, it was a lot of stuff where she just jump in, where you be like, man, I want to hear from the people that's more mad. you know, I ain't trying to sit there and say shut up and don't say nothing, but it was a lot of times I felt like she got real comfortable where I'm like, I never wanted, I never really cared to hear her opinion on something unless it was something specifically.
Unless it was to correct something that somebody said that was wrong,
Right.
which I think is the moderator's job.
Or somebody said, "Hey, Molly, how do you feel about this situation?" And you know, I'm fine with that. I guess I'm a little more old school when it comes to those type of shows, where it's just like one lady in the middle and then two guys just debating. I kind of like that style, but
I don't even think she's good enough to have her own show. Like if she did venture off somewhere, I don't think she would give viewers like that for her own show. That's just me. But
yeah, I do wonder if something happened because a lot of people was kind of getting that, oh, maybe something went down at ESPN or that type of thing. I'm kind of curious if it was a messy thing that happened where she wanted to leave, or was this truly something personal where, you know, maybe it was a family thing going on, or she just got a better opportunity.
Yeah, it could be. Lamont, I think he's saying, can you see the lady fired from Fox Sports coming over to replace Molly? I think he's talking about Joy Taylor. He's asking if Joy Taylor could come and replace Molly on First Take. Would ESPN take Joy Taylor given the allegations? I don't know. Actually, probably not. I can't see that happening just because of the lawsuit, the allegations, the fact that she threatened to Me Too somebody she was having sex with consensually, apparently. So, I mean, the allegations would be too much of a distraction. ESPN doesn't really play that. ABC or Disney does not play with those. They fired Shannon Sharp for this type of shit. Even though what he did was, you know, crazy. They fired Michael Irvin for an allegation that wasn't true even. So they don't play with that. So no, I can't see Disney approving that hire.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I
don't see
ESPN, they paying Stephen A. lot of money, apparently $40 million a year.
Yeah.
And I can see them getting somebody just a regular cheaper option. Or honestly, just making it the Stephen A. Smith show, pretty much. Let him run point. He getting all the money anyway. And I think they put them on. They gonna put them on Monday Night Countdown too. Monday Night Countdown for Monday Night Football. I think they supposed to be doing that too. They just about to run that brother into the ground.
That's what I was saying. Has he run his course? Do y'all think he's run his course, or he's still keeping up the viewers? Is he still entertaining, Stephen A? You believe? Because they're knocking off everything else. You know, inside the NBA, they done got Red Zone this year. It's like, dang, ESPN, y'all just taking over everybody that gives y'all a run for your money. So is Stephen A still doing it for guys, for people now?
No, I think like him or hate him. I think a lot of people hate him, but he still drives views. I think that's all they care about, really. His clips go viral. He drives views, and look, there's a Twitter account named Awful Announcing, and I swear, like half of their posts are Stephen A. Smith related, and those are the most popular posts that they do about. So I think no matter, he drives content, he drives views and clicks. So they're definitely getting their money's worth with him, I think. But the real question is, do you guys think Stephen A. Smith might replace Jimmy Kimmel? People are talking about that now. And
you're crazy.
Look,
no,
it is being discussed. Look, and Stephen A. Smith went on his show and shitted on Jimmy Kimmel. He basically said that if y'all didn't know, Jimmy Kimmel's show got indefinitely suspended due to pressure over some comments he made about the guy who shot Charlie Kirk. Apparently, he said that this kid was MAGA, and apparently he is not. But his show has been suspended, and Stephen A. Smith is the one guy who came out and said this guy went too far. It wasn't comedy. It seems like he's trying to angle his way into that position. Do y'all think he might get it?
No. Stephen A. No. I can't even see how. Can he entertain us in all movies, sports, media, current events? Stephen A. I can't see it. Now, maybe there's something I don't see, but I don't think he could keep us entertained for a whole hour. That's just me. with that stuff, keeping us entertained, with asking the right questions for people. Because even Shannon Sharp, I think even with his show, he don't ask the right questions for people. You got to ask the right questions when it comes to these artists specifically. And I don't think Stephen A has that yet, but that's just me. Sports, yes, but no.
I can see him doing this, to be honest. I think this is what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we talked about it a long time ago, how it seemed like Stephen A is angling to try to get into the political world and have a show on like a political station or a news station or something like that. I think he's angling for this. As much as he likes sports and all that stuff, I don't think he want to be running around ESPN like he is now. I think he would be totally fine with just maybe a couple things on ESPN, but one big night show, some type of night host show where he can kind of make his bread.
You never know. They might get Travis Kelce to do it.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, no.
Goodness gracious.
Because he pretty much you out of football. So go ahead, start your acting career, your hosting career, whatever you're trying to do. But you never know. I could see him doing it more so than Travis, than Stephen A. Don't you think? No.
Nah. I can look. He's got to build himself up to that.
True.
You can't just get it because you married or have a kid or they're getting married to Taylor Swift.
Nowadays, it ain't who you know.
I mean, it is. I think he'll get there, but you got to build. He can't come from a podcast to hosting the Tonight Show. You got or whatever the show is called. I don't even know what it's called. Jimmy Kimmel Show, I guess.
Yeah.
But I can see him eventually getting to that level of fame.
So Stephen A, if not Stephen A, do you see anybody else that can be thrown in the hat? That was a joke, by the way, with Travis Kelce. But do you see anybody else thrown in the hat, if not Stephen A? And is it gone for good? Because I'm hearing it's suspended, and then I'm hearing it's gone for good. So which one is it?
I don't think they're gonna bring it back, man. Because I think the way they are, these stations are scared of Trump.
True.
The fact that they're ending the Colbert Show, the show that probably went hardest on Trump of all the night shows.
Because Trump didn't like him, right?
Yeah, they're ending that. And Trump even said Kimmel was next. He tweeted that when Stephen Colbert announced that the show was ending. He said he did his old victory lap post, and he said Jimmy Kimmel is next.
Wow.
And he was next.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to come back. I think they'll do this show with somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be Stephen A. Smith, but I don't think Jimmy Kimmel himself is coming back to that show. Figgy, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think so either, man. I think most of the time they kind of look for an excuse to try to get somebody out of there, and this was probably the perfect way to end it. And they suspended the show. Now they probably trying to figure out how to get out of this, and they probably looking at different options. I don't really see him coming back after this, man.
Now to circle back with ESPN's host, First Take, I saw Malika Andrews was in the hat. How y'all feel about her?
Ugh. No.
I can actually see it. I'm not down with it at all. I'm not the biggest Malika Andrews fan.
Yeah.
But if they want somebody that's already in the building, who is just cookie cut, just hey, in First Take, we have so and so here. What do you think about that? And just kind of sit back. I feel like she probably the perfect person.
Yeah.
That's there right now currently to do it. Because I'm trying to think of anybody that will, be a good replacement to go there. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that could come in and be like, oh, that's a perfect matchup right there.
Yeah, I don't know either. They would have maybe somebody brand new that we haven't heard of or barely has been on TV. Maybe they can give a young upstart that position and they just know their role and they just go through the topics like they're supposed to. But Malika, I don't want to see that. I'm not really a fan of Malika.
Yeah.
Man.
It was having good and bad reviews.
Yeah. She's also a little too chatty patty for me, man. I don't know. But Lamont
so I thought you was pro women. What are you saying, Rocket? So we don't
I didn't say I was asking if you
we don't have a voice. We don't know sports.
Look,
is that what you're saying?
You went to go see Chris Brown and gave him your money. All right. I don't want to hear this from you. All right. Your favorite artist, Rihanna, you know what she went through for years, and you supported her abuser.
Don't let me get feminists on the line one, okay? I will do it. That's what it sounds like.
You said we don't give Chris Brown enough credit. We fuck all the allegations, all the lawsuits. He need more credit.
Man,
Free
James
R.
Brown
Kelly
used to do
too.
it all the time. I mean, come on.
Hey, free R. Kelly too, right? Oh, so you go there.
Nat King Cole, we can go back. Let's go.
I think you're right. I'm just fucking with you. Lamont says, I believe Jon Stewart could replace Jimmy Kimmel or Colbert. He's lefty, but calls balls and strikes. Possibly Bill Maher. Bill Maher, I think, is finished. He's completely. I used to be a fan of Bill Maher. I used to watch his show a lot. He's completely gone off the edge. I don't think many people like him at all on the left or right. So I can't see that happening. Jon Stewart would be good, but Jon Stewart is, I don't think he wants to do that anymore. He did the Daily Show for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Now he's back, but just doing it part-time. I don't think he wants to do a full-on night show again at his age. They got to find somebody a little younger. But I think he would be good on the show, but I don't think he's going to do it.
Well,
I do wonder what's some possible replacements though.
Whack 100. It's Charleston White. Let's get Charleston White in the night show, man.
Hey, I'm fine with putting Cam on there. Cam and Mace.
Yep. Hey, I'm down with that. John Oliver Lamont says that'll actually be pretty good. Even though I like his show on HBO a lot, I think that's the best format for him. He could do it. But I would hate to see his show go because I thought his show was really good on HBO. And I don't think the Jimmy Kimmel format is really as good for him. But
I just Googled who can replace Jimmy Kimmel, and the first picture that popped up is Steve Harvey. How would you feel about old Steve Harvey?
What y'all talking about? This
No.
you can't get the fucking Family Feud nigga on on Jimmy Kimmel.
What you talking
No,
about?
What you
absolutely
talking
not.
about?
Absolutely not.
That'll be
No.
you get a what's that little comedian's name? If it was Cat Williams, maybe Cat Williams could do it.
You're crazy. The SEC would get him every night.
Yeah, he would be gone. Instantly.
He would be gone. I was about to say
Steve
Dave
Harvey would be
Chappelle.
hilarious. No, he wouldn't want to do it. He's retired basically.
Yeah. The best I think is Jon Stewart. Stewart would do it, but Trump, I didn't think liked him as well. So, because that's why his show got canceled, I thought. But he would be the best bet for me.
I think they're going to get they have to get somebody who, talk shows used to not be political. And then when the Trump stuff happened and Colbert got really popular for talking about it, then every show kind of followed suit and everyone kind of got more political. I think their next show is going to go back to what it used to be and no politics at all. It's got to be somebody who you don't even know what side he's on. He don't even say anything political on his social media, kind of like Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt, everybody knows Chris Pratt is like a secret Republican, but he don't talk about it. He don't make posts about it, really. He don't, go on shows and talk about right-wing stuff. People had to really dig into his life to figure out that he's like a registered Republican or some shit like that. But he keeps it on the low. They're going to have to get somebody who we don't know what side of the fence they sit on, and they're just going to be a comedian.
Who I think could possibly work. Keegan
Mike, it could happen. I could see that.
Peele, I could see him doing that.
Speaking of which, the new Jordan Peele produced, not directed movie apparently sucks. It's getting bad reviews.
I don't understand why y'all keep giving these movies a chance. It's the same story. Is it not the same, same storyline? Is it not?
Yeah.
Same plot.
It's funny. I kind of wanted to see that movie because when the preview first dropped, it showed it like it was just some athlete just trying to get in the league and all this other stuff. And then it just turned into Get Out. It was pretty much the same font and everything, the same music. And I'm just like, man, like salute to Marlon Wayans. I feel like he's really making the case of being probably the I want to say the richest Wayans or whatever. He's the one that's still out here working, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's kind of making himself a little versatile too.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, I can't take Marlon Wayans serious like this, man. So I might mess around and just laugh throughout that whole movie. But I was kind of interested in seeing it, but I seen so many bad reviews on it already.
I think, and it's crazy you say that because I think every movie is going to turn into Get Out. At the end of the day, it's going to be similar to Get Out.
He trying to chase that high.
Mm-hmm.
That first hit he had was amazing. He keep trying to chase it.
Yeah, I think Sinners was like also the peak. We got to end this.
I was about to say that
movie.
too. Exactly.
I think after that, I think we're good now. We've got to move on to a new kind of black movie.
Thank you.
That's not horror movie / white people evil movie. We get it, man.
And my brother dragged me out to that when I'm like, dude, I would not spend money for this shit right here. I'm not. We gotta break away from that. Like what? Oh, no. I'm good.
I didn't think it was that bad, but I thought it was super overhyped. People were talking about it like it was fucking Coming to America, and I'm like,
What movie was
Sinners.
it?
Sinners.
I tried to watch Sinners at the house because it's on streaming now, and I just wasn't into it, man. Just looking at the double stunt of Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
And how clear as day they tried to make them a little bit different by one wearing a red hat, one wearing the green hat. And I was just like, man, I just wasn't into it. I'm gonna try to watch it again, but maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it.
I was just shocked it all happened in one day. Like all this happened in one day.
Yeah,
I thought y'all at least had the club open for a little bit. One day.
Yeah, it was very short turnaround for the events in that movie. But Lamont said, from everything I'm reading, Rockett, it sounds like they are going away from late night shows. They're saying it's no longer profitable. Yeah, but what would you put in that time slot that's gonna have anybody watch it? You know, I don't. You gonna put a Kai Snot stream on or some shit for the kids? I don't know, man.
Probably put a rerun of Friends or some shit.
True. Yeah. Everybody's doing syndication. That's it. Someone was just speaking about comedy. Yeah.
On for a couple hours.
Someone was just speaking about Comedy Central, like how they used to produce their own shows, but now it's just reruns of The Office all day or The Big Bang or South Park. It's just that's what we're getting to, and it's sad. I was just about to ask, like, out of Kimmel and Jimmy, are their ratings still there anymore? Because I don't think people watch Jimmy Fallon like that, but I'm not sure.
I think they're still high in terms of people watching TV, period. You know, I think the only things that drive ratings now are live sport events. True. Nothing else really is getting high ratings on terrestrial television. I think those are the only shows that do. And I think a lot of old people do still watch late night shows. Yeah. But the demographic is dying out. You know, it's like people in their 60s and 70s. Yeah. People in their 30s and younger are not watching late night comedian. They might watch their clips on YouTube, but they're not going to tune in and watch it live.
Because there are still some out there that don't have cable. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm sure.
HRW said late night talk is always mocked presidents. Yeah, but they did it in the context of a joke. Like, for example, when the Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky shit was happening, it was like jokes about the blowjob because it was funny. You know, now these hosts go on just a rant, and sometimes there's no joke. Like the shit that Jimmy Kimmel got supposedly knocked for wasn't really a joke. It was just him kind of going off on the whole situation. And I understand, but it's a different tone they've taken with the mocking of the presidents, and it's political in a different way. But I get what you're saying. It always has kind of been there. Mm-hmm. Bravo says Jordan Peele didn't make him. His buddy did and used his name to get more people to like it. Yeah, Jordan Peele is the producer of the movie, I believe. And they did that thing where they're like, brought to you by Quentin Tarantino, but this movie wasn't a Quentin Tarantino movie. They did that with this movie to get more people to watch it. I think a lot of people think that he directed it and they think it's good because he directed it. They're going to go see it and they're going to be like, this movie sucks. So
they're not getting none of my money. I'm telling you that now. I'm done. Jordan Peele made it. Nope, I'm good. The one with Kiki was that the one with Kiki and it was
the movie Nope.
Yes, how was that?
I didn't see that one.
I actually saw that. Well, I didn't really get. I'm not into the aliens, UFO type of movies, man. It just I don't know. I really wasn't feeling it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I didn't see Nope. I thought that was a bridge too far for me too. I'm like, all right. I didn't like the one after Get Out, Us. I didn't like that movie.
Yeah, that's when I was sure.
Raimi on X says more people are tuning into streams than they are watching reruns on cable. Yeah, 100%. That's why you should put the Jimmy Juice podcast on Jimmy Kimmel time slot. Just put us on there. A 3-hour-long podcast. Put it on. Started at 9 p.m.
Yeah,
that's true.
Put that McAfee on there.
I Show Speed gonna host the show.
It's just sad because I think we're not giving these new shows or new hosts a chance. You rather just go to what you already know. That's why they're doing syndicated episodes and there's so many reruns. It's just lazy. It's kind of lazy writing, but what are you gonna do? I do think Saturday Night Live, every time I give it a chance, every now and then, is still going pretty strong. So I'll give Saturday Night Live their props for sure.
Saturday Night Live has always been up and down. I don't know why everybody says, oh, it's way worse now than it used to be. It's not funny. It's always been up and down. The thing is, people just remember the funny stuff only. They don't remember the shitty stuff. But watching every era since I've been from the 90s, watching Saturday Night Live, it's always been up and down. There's been some shit that's hilarious, some shit you don't laugh at all. And it's always been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it's still cool that they get certain people to host. Like once in a while, you get the Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I got to watch this. Or once in a while, once in a blue moon, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I got to see what he doing.
Yeah.
And then Eddie Murphy would bring his crew. He'd bring Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock and all that other stuff. So I kind of once in a while is good, but it is some moments where it's just like, man, this ain't funny.
Yeah. For sure.
Now, Jules, since you don't support Jordan Peele or black films and black art in general, apparently, I got to ask, what do you like now? What are you watching?
Where did I need facts. Where did that come from?
I'm just saying, you apparently do not support black art. I'm just going off what I've heard on the podcast, man. All right. You said I need a white man writing and directing. So I'm not just fucking with you. What have you been watching? Have you watching anything or anything in general? TV shows, movies that you've liked recently?
I have to say that I'm a part of the wave, and I hate to say it. It's only sports, ESPN, and that's pretty much my wheelhouse. And like if not that, new comedy shows. But other than that, it's basically just current events and sports and what's going on in that department. Because there's really nothing else. If you already seen it, you've already seen it. I went to the movies not too long ago, and I haven't went to the movies in a while, and I saw F1, and that was really good.
I want to see that, man. I still haven't seen that yet.
It's long. It's almost 3 hours, but it's good though. It keeps it like you're attentive the whole time, which I was shocked because I usually don't be in no movie theater that long, but it was really good, I will say.
I've got to check that out. Have any of y'all seen a new Spike Lee and Denzel movie? I still have not. I meant to see it this week. I still haven't seen it. Oh, wait, Figgy, you saw it?
I did, man.
And don't like
Why
it.
Are you shaking your head, man? You don't like it?
Dude, it was a waste of time, man.
Oh no.
Dude, I sat there watched it with my wife too. My wife is like the perfect example to kind of, because she's not really biased or anything like that. I just cut it on. And she was sitting there. What's this? And she never even heard of it. She ain't know he was doing a press run about it. All this other stuff. So she was watching it, and man, the acting was not good. Man, the acting wasn't good.
No.
it was a lot of stuff that was kind of long and drawn
You telling
out.
me Ice Spice wasn't a good actor?
Dude,
You gonna get off Ice Spice now?
It might have been the most realistic thing in the movie.
Oh wow,
Dude,
wow!
I like me some Ice Spice, so don't tell nobody.
She was only in there. She was only in there for like 5 seconds, but not, man. It was not good, man. It wasn't good. It was weird. Like some of the action parts, they had this fucking weird ass classical music going. And I was just like, what is going? It was a longer I kept stopping the movie to see how long I got left.
Yeah. That's when you know you're in a shitty movie.
Yeah,
So Rocket, you want to call me a hater, but every time we give these apparently movies a chance, they blow every time. So why am I gonna waste 2 hours of my day? It's like I see the future. Like I think people are just ghost writing or script writing, or ever since we went on that hiatus to where everybody went on strike. It's like the writers are just giving up. That's why they're bringing back these bullshit movies, because Fantastic Four was straight garbage. I would have been pissed if I saw that in a movie theater. Like there was only action at the end, and it wasn't even no action. And
did you see Superman?
Yeah, I did see Super. I was just going to that one next. That was better, but it wasn't. Fantastic Four was just horrific. I would have kicked the damn movie screen if I had to go in that movie theater and see that. I was pissed that I wasted those hours of my life on that for sure. But it's like people are getting lazy with the writing, and I don't understand.
I think it's more so. I think people are rushing movies. I think the reason Get Out was so good because I think Jordan Peele worked on that movie for like 10 years. He was trying to get it made for a long time. He kept rewriting the script and he perfected it. So Get Out was a really well-written movie. And then everything else is just like, okay, now it's time to do something else. All right, I got to write a script real quick. All right, I got to figure it. And it's just everything gets rushed. And, stuff going straight to streaming as well. I think that the quality of movies has gone down. They don't look like movies anymore. They look like high-budget TV shows. They don't look like films, So the music is all weird and generic, like that you was talking about, and it don't feel like a real movie you're watching.
What was the plot? What was the plot of the Denzel and Spike Lee movie?
So the plot was Denzel being he's like a higher music exec, and kind of falling off a little bit, but trying to find another artist, trying to find another hit. And somebody actually kidnapped his son, or so what he thought. Tried to kidnap his son and hold him for ransom. And come to find out, they didn't even kidnap his son, and it was like his I guess his partner, his guy, like his security person, kidnapped his son. So they was going back and forth trying to get him back and get the person who did it. Which
they sound bogus already.
So the person who did it was played by A$AP Rocky. So
no. Yeah. Y'all favorite rapper. I forgot. Jules liked A$AP too. She's an A$AP fan.
You went banging Taylor Swift last year? That was a jam.
Come on, nobody was. Nobody even knows that song exists.
A$AP. Fig, you wasn't on
it. What song was it?
Taylor Swift.
You don't even remember that song. It's like, I
was just
A$AP, Taylor Swift. Listen to it tonight. That's a jam. Last year there was a jam. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
That's it came out last year and the video was dope. So watch the video. That's even doper for sure.
Okay.
But he drops it and then leave the face of the earth. I guess
he's scared to drop an album and have it do bad. So he's never going to drop this album.
Yeah,
it's just going to sit in limbo. And somebody going to leak it one day.
Dog.
Yeah, no. I do like the A$AP Rocky song that came out from this movie.
I did hear that.
I do like that one.
Yeah.
But everything else, like I think he released something before that, and it was just kind of
Taylor
like
Swift.
a little softer song.
Yeah, because I don't understand. Because even when he just released that, it's like, why are you just releasing one song and then that's it? Then we don't hear from you for like 2 years.
Yeah, it's kind of to a point now where I'm like, I don't give a shit when he released this album, man. Like, I'm over it at this point. I'm on to something else. I listen to the old shit, but that's it.
So do you guys prefer for them to do it even on streaming sites to do a movie or a series?
I mean, it depends.
Because
Some
now that
stuff you
everybody's doing the series, like as far as thrillers and mysteries, they're going with the series approach more so than movies.
my issue with the series is it takes too long for the next season to come out.
True.
So if you're going to do a TV show, you better end it within one season, because what they do now is they'll do like a 8 or 13 episode season. Then they'll wait 2 years, sometimes
True.
like 3 years. Stranger Things took a ridiculous amount of time to come out.
True.
I stopped watching after season 1, but it's like 8 years for 4 seasons or some shit. The kids are all old now and it looks all weird. They done went through puberty and shit. Their voices don't even sound the same anymore.
That's true.
The TV shows take too long to come out. So I'd rather just see a movie or a short show where it's over. Don't leave me on a cliffhanger and I gotta wait 3 years to see the next season.
Dude, it's funny you said that because Lamont brought up that show Wednesday.
Yeah.
On Netflix. These motherfuckers released, so it's supposed to be season 2. These motherfuckers released 4 episodes and that was it.
And the last 4 came out like a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, man, what? I'm like, that don't even make sense. That made me not like the show. Like, dog, y'all are supposed to be Netflix.
Yeah.
Y'all are known for throwing the whole season out there, and that's it. And y'all just gonna throw out four episodes, and then the next month or 2 months later throw the other 4 out there, and that's it. Oh nah, man, I'm cool, man. I don't like the way they do this. Although I do like the series. I do like a good series, like especially if it's done well. But yeah, I just hate the way they do this, man.
It's funny Lamont say that because I haven't finished season 2, but even after those 4 episodes, I feel like season 1 was better. Like season 2 lost me a little bit, and I haven't seen the last 4, but like Rockett said, when you waited this long, the brother is like way taller than Wednesday now. It's like, what? Yeah, so it's just weird. I don't understand why everybody's quick to go to a series now instead of just making a movie. But once again, I think they're on writer's block to where they're just running out of material. I don't know. So
Yeah. I think it's a lot of that. Major W said, "Don't be dissing Ice Spice." All right, now I didn't know we had the
For real.
Ice Spice fan club up in here. I didn't know she had fans, like
Come on.
grown fans at least. But all
I'm
right,
with
fair
you,
enough.
HR Dub. I'm with you.
Hey, they fans, but they just don't listen to her. They don't listen.
I
to
like
her.
Ice
Yeah,
Spice.
they
okay?
watch. Men watch her videos on mute and say, "We love her." You know, y'all actually play
That's
the
all
volume.
she need to do. That's all she need to do.
Now,
I like that
were you
I
not
like that
offended
song.
by that song with Sweetie?
What song with Sweetie?
The new song she got out with Sweetie. You don't even know she got a new song out.
No,
Ice
the
Spice
latest
with
one I've
Sweetie.
heard is the one with Lotto, and I like that.
Lotto, that's right, not Sweetie.
Yeah, I
get
like
them mixed
that.
up. I'm sorry.
I like that song.
Okay, you like the video too? The objectification of women,
No,
putting oil on them booties and just wrestling with each other.
No, because like, dude, if you in the rink, I mean, it just threw me off when they got in the rink and Ice Spice do what she do. It's just like, no, I didn't care for the video, but I do like the song though.
Okay.
For a little club.
We
anthem,
only
I think
like
it's
the
tight.
video, so we're the opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah, we didn't like the
Like
song.
you said, y'all can put it on mute and be good. So yeah, but I like Ice Spice. She has her own style. And if you listen to old Ice Spice stuff, like back when I was on 21 Hard, Ice Spice do actually rap on some of her old stuff. She just be, I don't know if this is her image she's trying to do, but she has some songs every blue moon to where she can actually rap. It's just weird that she don't do it anymore. I don't know. So
Yeah. I mean, when you get famous off of one type of rapping and one type of song, you just want to ride that till you milk it till it's dry. I think that's what she's doing. Lamont said, when was the last time Spike Lee made a good movie? Malcolm X or Son of Sam? Inside Man was the last one I liked. That was a good movie. I can't think of anything past that I watched and I liked. But Inside Man was a good movie. David also said, I'm so glad I get to see Ryan's take on this. David was the guy who told me to watch the new Denzel movie. He said it was really good. So you got to debate with Figgy. Figgy said it was trash.
I wasn't feeling it, man. I never, like I said, I mentioned earlier, I did not understand some of the fighting scenes or the action scenes, and they had some jazz music or classical music just going, and I'm like, what is this music? Like, this don't even make sense. Like, maybe it's some type of underline to it. It felt like, honestly, this, and maybe this could have been it. It felt like an independent movie. It felt like it was an independent movie and somebody made it. But you had Denzel in it. You had Denzel in it. You had the girl, the wife from Godfather of Harlem, who played Bumpy Johnson's wife. She was the wife in there, pretty much playing the same character, but at 2025. But I don't know. It just seemed like a really low budget movie. It didn't seem like a movie Denzel would have took. I was shocked he took this movie.
They probably paid him a grip to do it.
You know, of course. You can't get Denzel out of bed for just nothing.
True.
He said The Five Bloods. I haven't seen that. That's a Spike Lee movie. I hadn't seen that, but David said that was good. And he said Different Strokes. I just never forgave him for getting him to watch G.I. Joe. Yeah, David told me that G.I. Joe 2 was good, and I went to go see it, and it was bad. Actually, did I even go see it? I just made fun of him for liking it. But yeah. Lamont said, is it me or do y'all find it weird that hardly any of the old hip-hop MCs made real money from music, but all these younger rappers are sitting fat on millions? If you're an old rapper and you make millions now, chances are it's outside of music. Here's the thing, man. I think younger rappers are lying. I don't think they're really sitting on millions like that. I think if they are, I think they're in debt to the label. They got a fat advance and they got to pay that back. But I don't think these young rappers are richer than the old rappers. And if they are, it's because, like you said, of things outside of music that they're doing. Sponsorships, whatever they're doing. Lil Baby was on Call of Duty and shit, doing all those commercials. I'm sure that got him a bag. But I don't think they're richer off of music than older ones were. If anything, I think older rappers were making more off of music than young rappers are now in the streaming era.
Yeah, I think as far as music, I agree with you, but just in general, I think this younger crowd is just making way more money than it was because it's more opportunity. Because back then, rappers wasn't getting into commercials and endorsement. It was just straight music. It was straight music based on sales and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I think now you got somebody like Sweetie. You brought up Sweetie earlier. That girl got... I don't know how she get McDonald's meals and all this other stuff. She's in commercials and she ain't even got no album out.
Today she's like that.
Yeah. Remember Sweetie had a meal at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how is she getting all of this? And it wasn't like she was a superstar rapper. She wasn't on Nicki Minaj level or anything like that. And she's just getting all of these like big time endorsements.
Yeah.
And her music didn't really speak for it. So
well, she just put out a statement not too long ago saying she thinks she's pretty shamed. Like people are scared to work
I saw
with
that.
her.
That was hilarious.
Right.
That was hilarious.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, girl.
She said essentially that she's faced difficulty because people
her
think
looks.
people say pretty privilege all the time.
Yeah.
Like you're pretty, so you get all these advantages in the world that other people don't, who aren't naturally pretty.
Right.
And she's like, well, she had to struggle because she was pretty. And I forget the exact reason why, but she was like, I guess because people hate on her or whatever. But she was saying it was a struggle being pretty. And it was actually wasn't an advantage. So, okay.
I think pretty is what got her through the door. And now 100%. Since she's in the door and you ain't making out no music, your music is flopping.
Yeah.
What do you have now? I mean,
yeah, when this girl finally released the album, I think she sold like 9,000 records first week. But she had a meal at McDonald's and random commercials and bigger brands and stuff. Yeah. I'm like, damn. Like I told Rockett this before with some of these female artists, how they get all these endorsements, but the music don't really add up like that, or the sales don't really add up. I would just single people to death. I'll just throw out a single there. I'd never put the album out.
Well, they saying that's what Sierra did with her new album. She only did 7,000.
But yeah, I mean, what did she expect? All
Yeah.
right, she done married a multi-millionaire NFL player. She don't need to release music no more. I'm sure this is like her hobby at this point.
Yeah.
She's doing it for fun.
And
Yeah, I
honestly,
think
she had her moment though. She had her moment where she was going, she was doing numbers. I think this is kind of towards the end, kind of like her husband a little bit.
right. I think Sierra just need to do TikTok videos, little dance videos, and just stop because they
just
love her
look
for
bored.
that. Nobody's
she's
trying to
just
check out her
bored. Let me
music out
release
like
music.
that. We're
Yeah,
not
it's a
checking for
hobby.
you, Sierra, at all.
Nah, 100%.
I hate to get
Go
back
ahead.
on Ice Spice, but have y'all heard of that girl named Stunna Sandy who looks and sounds just like Ice Spice?
Stunna Sandy? I have not. Let me
Stunna
look her up.
Sandy. She got this one song, I think it's called what is it? I Make It Look Sexy. Yes, she looks and sounds just like Ice Spice. I'm like, what the hell is
Oh,
this?
I have seen her before. I haven't actually listened to her music, but I think I've seen her before. She does. Actually, she looks like a better Ice Spice. She got
And
bigger
sounds just
titties.
like her. And I think she's
Yeah.
from the Bronx or Harlem as well. I'm like, what are we doing?
To be fair, this has happened since the beginning that we've been listening to hip hop. Remember, there was like Tupac clones
Yeah.
who sound like Tupac. Master P was a Tupac clone. Listen to his early music. He's clearly trying to be Tupac when he raps. There was a lot of Biggie clones. There were a lot. Whoever the biggest rapper was, there was always seemingly like a clone of him that sounded just like him and rap just like him.
Yeah.
And Lil Zane was a big Tupac, fake Tupac too. Lil Zane was
Wow.
a
Hell,
good
you
fake
had
Tupac.
Hey, you had some people that was trying to sound like Jay-Z.
Yes.
True. Fabulous. No?
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of in the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought Fabulous was gonna take off though, because I was a Fabulous fan, but then he just tanked with that second. Was it the second album? It was garbage. Real talk, I think. No.
Lamont said Biggie Clown was Shine. No, the Biggie Clown was Gorilla's. Wait, was it not Gorilla Zoe? Yeah, it was Gorilla Zoe, wasn't it?
Yes.
That was the Biggie clone.
Yeah.
The Biggie clone was Gorilla Zoe. Because when I heard that song Compton, I was like, is this an unreleased Biggie song? I heard on the radio first. I'm like, wait a minute. Why is Biggie rapping about Compton? Like, wait a minute. Is this an unreleased Biggie song from West Coast or some shit? But it was a new song by Gorilla Zoe.
I will say, Sean, people was kind of putting him in that same class as Biggie too, because he was under Bad Boy.
Yeah.
With, what was that song? I forgot. That first song he had, that first single. But
yeah.
That's people were putting them in there like, oh yeah, he gonna be the next Biggie.
Is it Bad Boy?
Yeah, I just didn't see it.
It was Gorilla Black, my bad, not Gorilla Zoe.
Oh.
It was Gorilla Black. I got that wrong. Gorilla Black did that song Compton.
He actually played Biggie in the movie, right?
No, that was Gravy.
Oh, Gravy. Okay.
Yeah, Gravy. He did that rapper didn't really sound. He wasn't really a Biggie clone, but he did the Biggie flow good enough in that movie. That movie was terrible, by the way. It was awful. One of the worst movies I've seen in the theater. But yeah. So David said Lil Zane at Hollywood. Oh yeah, Gene YouTube Droid said I think he said, "What's up? Heck yeah, y'all got in on F300. Congrats, appreciate it, man." And he said, "Action Bronson is my favorite Ghostface clone."
True.
Yeah,
That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a famous one
That's
of the best
Ghostface all
videos
day.
of all time was Ghostface going off on Action Bronson. Classic, man.
That's true.
So yeah. And Jay-Z said, Jay-Z rapped like Big L when he was young. Yeah, they came out around the same time, but they did. Lamont said Zero and Gorilla Mob were fast rapping on just like Bone Thugs. Yeah. That was a little influence there. But I think Zero was actually inspired by Pharaoh, who was with Street Military. And he had that flow. And Zero's always credited him with that fast flow that he took, that melodic fast flow as well. That was Pharaoh from Street Military who had that first, in Houston at least. So he always said he was inspired by that guy. But I always thought that Zero in the beginning sounded a lot like Tupac. When I first heard him, I thought Zero in the beginning, when I first heard him, sounded a lot like Tupac, like a more fast rapping Tupac.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't. The more I listen to Nudie, I feel like he favors Gucci Mane back in the day.
Yeah, a little bit.
He does, because my playlist was just going. I'm like, is that some old Gucci? And it was Nudie's new album. I'm like, okay, history just repeating itself. But I thought that was weird for somebody, because it's not like Ice Spice went anywhere. She's still here. So to have somebody come out who looks and sounds
that's
just
the
like
perfect
her,
time to do it, though. To be honest, when they still hot.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
what
the
is
thing.
this?
The thing is, it could create some beef. I know they from the same place, but it could create some beef, kind of similar how what was the dude that sounded like Future?
Designer.
Designer, yeah.
Yeah, where it was just like, wait,
tremendously.
man, this is too much. Like this sound like my shit. Like, dog, you jacking my shit.
You know what was really funny? Because I went back and listened to that Designer song. I don't think it really sounds like Future at all anymore. I think when it first came out, I think it's just because nobody was rapping like that we thought that sounded like Future. But now everybody kind of sounds like Future. You know, everybody's using auto-tune, everybody's rapping fast. So really everybody's a Future clone at this point. So when you go back and listen to that song, what's it called, Panda?
Yeah.
You won't immediately think, oh, that's Future right there. It don't really sound like him.
See, the thing is, around that time when that song came out, like even the beat, it was kind of similar to what Future was rapping on during that time too. That was kind of like that trap sound. And then he mentioned that I got bras in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Where it was just kind of like you kind of went to Future during that time.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just like, and then come to find out this motherfucker from New York.
Right.
Yeah.
and actually could not rap at all. Like at all.
He went on, what was that, Funk Master Flex show?
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Would y'all argue that Future's the best rapper of all time right now? Not of all time, but right now.
Hell no. What?
Hey, I have people saying that
Best
Future's
rapper of all
#1.
time.
Not of all time, but in this right now. As of right now, Future is #1, top dog.
I mean, how can you not say it's Drake?
They're saying either Drake, Kendrick, or Future. Future's in the conversation, which I thought was shocking.
It depends. If you're talking about who I like of all those three, probably Future more than all of them.
Okay.
But if you're talking about biggest, it has to be Drake.
Yeah. I guess
Future does numbers, but he don't do Drake numbers.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
Figgy, what do you think?
I would say if we talking about biggest, I would, I don't think it's a question that it's Drake.
Yeah.
But if we talking about kind of like if you want to say somebody that kind of shaped the 2010s a little bit, maybe some of the 2020s, it's hard to not give Future credit, man.
Yeah.
I feel like he created a whole different. I feel like he changed the way trap music sound, or just or that type of hip hop music. I feel like he changed that a little bit. And let's be honest, Drake kind of hopped on that bandwagon. He kind of attached himself to it a little bit. As much as I love Kendrick, I feel like his sound didn't really do anything. He was just over there. That was just Kendrick. I felt like his style, his sound and style didn't really change what hip hop was, or what the music is today.
I couldn't listen to Kendrick every day.
Yeah, it's not really everyday listen, especially his Mr. Morale album. I think I listened to that once, and I was like, okay, that's enough. It was a good album, though. I liked it.
It was a good album. Yeah, storytelling
really
for sure. This man won a Pulitzer Award. I mean, he's lyrically inclined for sure, but every day, no, you have to be in the moment for all that. So,
I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Fuck.
I
was gonna say. Go ahead.
No, since we're on this topic, I was gonna add it to one of my "What a Bro Knows" questions.
Yeah, bring it back.
is there a such thing as dating a guy who listens to too much Drake? Is there a thing for listening to too much Drake? Like all day, every day Drake, you'll pay $1,500 to go see him in concert. Is that
Yeah,
too much?
I think any man being that into any artist is kind of weird, because that's kind of what we associated with like a female stan, you know,
Okay.
listening to music every day and then paying $1,500 to go see him live. That's like, unless that's prime Michael Jackson, I ain't spending that kind of money, man. Come on.
Okay.
But look, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a male Drake fan.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, especially if you're like in your mid 30s now, you probably grew up on Drake's music, man. You know, he's probably the soundtrack of your childhood and your adolescence and your growing up, becoming a man. You probably had a lot of Drake anthems in your life.
Okay.
But I'm guessing this happened to you. You had a guy you were talking to who listened to too much Drake. Can you explain?
And high for mid 40s, 46.
Wow. Okay, that's yeah.
All day, every day, Drake. All day, every day. He won't listen to Metro Boomin nor Future because they wasn't a part of the beef. Because I try to recommend the new Metro Boomin album to him, and he's like, "Nah, I can't go against the grain with you."
You said he's 46.
Yes.
Man,
is this a guy you met in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Or was he in Okay, he's Atlanta. Okay.
You had a sigh of relief, Ryan. He was like,
I was gonna say,
I mean, is there ever I like Drake as much as the next guy, but is there a such thing as too much? All day, every day, you won't go against the grain. Listen to nobody else that went against them last year. Die hard Drake at 46.
Yes, that is. Look, I Figgy, you go first, man, because I could talk about this for a while now. Figgy, what do you think about a 46-year-old Drake stan?
I think that's a little shocking. To me, I guess at the age of 46, I would feel like he will probably be more into some older hip hop, a little more. Mm-hmm. But if that's all he listened to, and I think the red flag is, no, I don't want to listen to Metro Boomin because we got beef type deal. Man, that man don't know you.
Is he paying your bills? Like, what's going on?
Like, I'm scared to ask you this, but he not on Twitter or anything, is he?
And we're not talking anymore because that was sus to me. And I'm just saying.
I was about to say, man, he might be running one of these Drake accounts.
Yeah, might be.
Everybody.
I just thought that was crazy. And you know what? Figured that kind of did it for me too. Because I'm like, it's a dope album. Metro Boomin is a dope album. And just because he went against the grain, I ain't gonna listen to that. What? How much of a Drake fan are you?
And see, if I was younger, I would totally get it. Like, yeah, I ain't listening to Kendrick Lamar. I'm Team Drake and all this other stuff. But as a grown ass man, somebody that's 36, I like all music. Yeah. Like, I like some of the Drake diss songs. I like some of the Kendrick diss songs. I like it all. Yeah. I'm not picking no side.
Rockett?
Yeah, no, 100%. That's okay. I was gonna forgive if he was younger. If he was like younger than 30, I would be like, we all did goofy shit when we were younger, But at 46, this man is older than Drake, like a good deal older than Drake. And it is very weird to be a super stan of somebody. I feel weird even rooting for athletes that are way younger than me. I don't. That's why I'm kind of less into sports now, because especially with the NBA, it's more superstar driven, and I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm a Jalen Green stan over here, and this dude like 23, I'm 38, so yeah, I feel weird even rooting for way younger athletes than me. So to be a stan of a younger artist to the point where you don't listen to his ops just because they don't like him. That is red flag worthy. I think you were right to step away from that, because that is That's kind of a parasocial behavior
Come
about
on.
basically.
Can you hit the horns one more time, Fig? That's it right there. That was too much
Yeah.
for me. I'm like, I know I'm not tripping, but what? Is there ever a sign of too much? And y'all answered it, so thank you.
Yeah. So how has the dating life been since you come back to Atlanta? Do you miss Houston, men?
It's slim pickings out here because you gotta be, cautious. But
Wait,
No.
explain what that means.
No, you know what I mean.
No, I don't. I'm ignorant to these things. What does that mean?
Hey, what's your type? What are you into?
Me, shoot, I guess nowadays it's just real, man. It's like everybody on this player shit only stuff to where they too cool for school to do anything. I just want somebody who's real and comfortable in their skin, and just no bullshit, I guess. And yeah, because it's hard to find. Everybody wanna, lie for clout and stuff these days. Say that again.
HRW said switch hitters. Pitching and they catching, like Pimp C said.
Yeah, so I mean, shoot, I'm in all colors. It don't shape or form. It don't matter. But yeah, just if you 10 toes down, standing by who you are, knowing who you are, comfortable in your skin, I'm okay with that. But it's hard to find these days. And this one was pretty cool, but that threw me off. Like the whole you can't listen to your ops. I couldn't deal. It's like, dude, that's too much for me. Because I mean, Chris Brown, all that, but I'm not doing that. I listen to all music. It was a little sus for me. But no, single life is still slim pickings and hard out there. And I'm getting a little bit older. I'm 37 this year. So I'm just praying to the Lord that something comes up.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta look for it. Hey, are you down for long distance relationships?
How long?
I don't know. People in the chat, are y'all? I'm just letting y'all know that Jules' DMs are open. So if y'all want to go ahead, shoot your shot. You
down to
10
Atlanta,
toes down, brother.
Anybody from Houston?
Atlanta, GA. That's where I'm at. Huh?
You down for anybody from Houston?
Of course. What does that mean?
Yes.
What does that look for? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
DMs are open.
Rockett, don't be mad at me. But a lot that I've met, I almost had my husband in Houston, by the way. Almost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But you guys stay where you're at. You're okay with like Texas is the most, like, y'all are prideful for sure. Y'all love y'all city, and I love it too. That's my second home.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all care to only be in Houston and nowhere else. Is that true?
I mean, what are you talking about in terms of
traveling?
From what I'm getting,
living.
you wanted this guy to move with you to Atlanta. He said no.
No, it's a lot that I've met in Houston to where they didn't care to move anywhere else. They was just okay to just.
Well, that's asking a lot, Jules. To be fair, that's asking a lot. All right, you acting like that's just a Houston thing. We got our friends and family here. We supposed to uproot because our girlfriend wants to move.
We got money. We can fly and see each other, visit every so often.
Look, I think that's a lot to ask.
If you're dating for some years, you wouldn't consider traveling, at least traveling.
I'm talking to a girl in Louisiana still.
Nice.
And like it's real. Like, it's kind of deep, but I'm not.
If I can ask.
A few years now.
Nice. Okay.
But like, I've kept it real. I'm not moving out there. And she don't want to move out here. So I'm like, eventually it's just going to be what it is. But I'm not going to move to Louisiana and uproot. Like, for what? I'm not going to do it. So
what's the conclusion? Yeah.
Look, what happens if she leaves? Here's the main question. Okay. Y'all act like y'all just down for life. And y'all never switch up and change your mind or meet somebody else or just decide one day you want something different. What the fuck am I gonna do out of Louisiana in New Orleans with no connections out there and no girl because she left me for some little who the fuck is out there? Who was in the Hot Boys who was whack? Turk. Turk.
No, that's 504. My bad.
So what? That's the main thing. Like, unless we're married and have been married for a while, we could talk about it. But if it's something where we're just talking, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, I'm not going to uproot my whole life. And then worse come to worse. That's what happened to, actually, funny story. There was a guest host we had on 610. I forget his name, Mark something. But he was a cool guy, kind of strange. But that actually happened to him. He moved to Houston because his girl was moving for her job. And then while he was getting on the plane, she broke up with him. And he still moved down here. So he stayed and he moved. So you gotta keep this in mind, because y'all be finicky too. Y'all be changing y'all mind on shit, and we don't want to bet our whole livelihood on love if we're just talking.
But that's what it is. If you put your best foot forward and fight for us and give us a risk, then we gonna know that you serious about it. And yeah, by going to New Orleans just for maybe a weekend or a week or something, maybe she'd be like, you might be like, okay, I can kick it down here for a little bit in Louisiana. Because I mean, okay, so you're saying once y'all get married, then you would consider moving, or she would consider moving to Houston.
Yeah, probably, but I would rather her move down here. Because I mean, number one, we met when she was living down here. She used to live down here. She got displaced because of Katrina, and then she moved back. But look, I never lived out there, so I don't know nothing about anything, and I don't want to know about.
That's what I was gonna say. You're not interested. See, that's what I'm saying. Houston.
Yeah.
Come on, Houston.
But
Leave a little bit. You got to venture out a little bit. You don't know what you're missing. You might like it better than you might like the Saints better than Texans.
No, I doubt it.
And see, I think you do have a point though, because I feel like a lot of people here just had that Texas pride.
Texas pride all day, and I respect it. You know,
I'm not leaving the city, and I totally get it. Like me right now. I don't want to move to another city. I don't. And I talked to my wife about it. We kind of talked briefly about like moving out the country. Just but that's the only time I would move out. Like I'm not moving to Cleveland again.
Yeah.
And even when I was there, I always talked about like living elsewhere. I ain't want to live in Cleveland for the rest of my life. So that's a little different. It's Cleveland, but here it ain't like it's so much here. And just people just love the state of Texas and the different laws and stuff like that, where they don't want to move nowhere else. But I do wonder though, like let's say kind of going to Rockett now, if if you get really serious and that type of deal, like would you be up for relocating somewhere else, not just Louisiana, but if you got a chance to, hey, let's move to Arizona is looking good or whatever it is. Like,
I think I'd be up for it to talk about it. I think I would go visit if I like the area, if I like the place. Look, I'm already away from my family enough to where I don't visit them that much anyway. So it wouldn't be a huge deal if I just moved away even further. We still see each other on holidays and all that stuff. But it would just, like I said, the main thing would be, all right, are we really in it for sure? Or are we just I'm not gonna move and uproot my whole life for somebody I'm dating.
Yeah. I mean, it would definitely have to be set in stone. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that. With that.
That makes sense. But even to that point, man, like even if you locked in, some dudes just don't want to leave the city. Some dudes is like, nah, this is my city, this is my home. Yes. I'm not moving to Atlanta.
Yeah. And I got family in Tennessee and Georgia, so I mean, I travel a lot, and that was my thing with Houston. It's like the ones I dealt with, they're okay. Houston pride, which is all good. That's my second home, so I get it. I get it.
That's how I feel, to be honest. The only reason, if you see me move out of Houston, I got a big bag, man. I got like I was offered a lot of money, like some life-changing type money, not no little chump change.
But is there a nightlife in Houston? People love Houston, by the way. They're saying the number one, and I feel for y'all because everybody's moving there for sure. But is it a nightlife? It wasn't no nightlife for me. It's very family oriented.
I don't think that's true. There is a nightlife in Houston.
On Southwest side? No, on the Southwest, other than the Southwest side.
Look, there are shows you can go to. There are bars that are like I don't be going out like that, but there is a
Yeah.
nightlife in Houston, and
Yeah.
people do be going out every night. It's just, especially when you get older, do you feel like going out still? Do you feel like being
Well,
in
if
the
you
nightlife?
single and doing it, you want to. Hello.
Nah, at some point you age out the club. I'm sorry. All right, I'll go to a bar. I'll go
Yeah,
to
bar
a
and watch the
show.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And a
not gonna
show.
go to
Because that was
a
it.
club, especially since clubs be so boring now. From what I
Yeah.
like, all people do is buy sections and just sit down and be on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm not getting out to do that shit.
True.
Yeah, I do think I feel I take it a step further. I feel like Houston is becoming more of a kind of I don't want to say tourist town because you ain't coming here to tour, but one of those, hey, it's my birthday. Let's go to Houston and just turn up. I feel like it's becoming one of those cities.
It is.
Let's
everyone,
go.
Everyone here in Nashville, they like Houston's it. Houston's it. That's it. So
Let's go to Houston to turn up and go to Third Ward, go to these bars and dress half naked and twerk and all that shit.
Yeah.
Lamont said Houston dudes like to stay in Texas. Going to Galveston for Houston dudes is like going out of town. It's considered going out of town. That's funny. That is kind of true.
That is true.
That is.
Thank you, Lamont. Yes, it is true. Yes, for sure. I like to
I'm going out
travel.
of town.
We
Where you
gotta
going,
travel.
Galveston?
Let's go to Corpus Christi or something. Something.
Yeah, Corpus Christi's all right to go.
It's all right. I used to love
cool.
going
I lived there for a while. I lived there. I didn't like it that much, but
it seemed like it's
the
more
beach
for
was nice.
retirement. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot going on there.
Nah.
But it was cool. What else? Some comments. Lamont said I lived in Chicago, NYC, and Norfolk. Houston is a big, boring city, but at this age I'm at now, I like boring. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I think it depends.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. I think it depends on what age you are too. I think at our age we don't know.
Yeah, like stability, that's Houston for sure. And I love that about it. I'm not quite there yet. Okay. So I had to go.
About Houston, I think what I like about Houston a lot is you could get the turn up if you want to.
True.
If not, you can raise a family here.
Right here. Yep.
No
That's
issues.
true.
It seems like you get some of anything.
That's true.
Because it's a big city, but it don't feel like it's like
a town.
New
It's like
York
a town a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it don't feel like New York where it's nothing around. You could go outside the city and have your yard and all that type of stuff. So I feel like it's some of everything here. That's what I really like about it. I just hate that everybody is moving here now and everything is going sky high. Packed. And I seen an article saying probably like 2020 or I want to say 2032 that Houston might officially be the third largest city. They might overtake Chicago. So I'm like, damn.
A lot of people, they're saying Houston when they birthday parties, they going to Houston. I'm telling you now.
Yes. Everybody I know that's coming down to Houston, they just straight up partying. I'm to the point I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, hey, if you want to call and have lunch or something, I'm cool with that.
That was me. They like, we party. I'm like, dude, we can meet up for lunch at a bar for the game, but no, I ain't going out like that.
I'm not going to Turkey Leg Hut.
Yeah. And Camp and Domain.
Yeah, I'm not going to these touristy ass bars and places that be on TikTok all the time. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm trying to stay out that traffic.
But it is a good time though. When you do go, it's a great time. So
yeah. HRW said, when I can afford Cali, I'm out. Look, I think California is one of the most overrated states in general.
I do too. Yeah.
I think everybody, look, I know we got some Cali people. I know David and Gene, YouTube Droid, are California people. So I'm sorry, man, but I think y'all state is very overrated. I think especially the LA area.
Yeah.
Too
Not San
expensive to live
Francisco.
out there.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
I love it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but
I
you
think
need money.
David's actually from San Francisco, so I think
Oh,
he's
yeah?
out there. So
That's what's
yeah, he's
up.
not LA.
It's expensive but still out there too.
LA, just I never want to go there, dog. Number one, you fucking too expensive to live. The price of living is way too high. Number two, the fucking politics about you can't wear these. I can't wear my Houston Astros hat because some crip is gonna jump me or some shit. Like, come on, man. So David said Oakland. That's right. Oakland and GA. Okay. He's from Atlanta. He moved to Oakland. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bravo said he ain't playing for no section. I feel you, man. I ain't doing that shit.
No,
either. I'm just
dude.
top boss at
No.
home.
People just now learning instead of spending that on the section, you good at this rinky dink hole in the wall right over here.
Hey,
You're going to have just as much fun.
I'm at
Section just
the age. I want to go to a bar that has seats in the menu.
Mhm.
Seats in the menu. I'm cool, man. It's the music. I'm good with that. If y'all ain't got no seats and y'all ain't got no food, nah, I'm cool.
No, I 100% agree, man. As you get older, the nightlife is very overrated. Lamont said the Rolling 40s are like the ones that rock the Astros shit. I learned that the hard way. Oh, somebody pressed you. You got the press ratio 100% on the using Astros hat. The Rolling 40s are the ones that rock the Astros. Yeah, that's crazy, man. How is a gang gonna fucking claim a Major League Baseball team logo and act like nobody can wear it but niggas from the gang? Dog, you don't own that trademark. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. HRW said, I wore my Stroh's gear, no issues. Probably wasn't smart. To be fair, it depends on where you go, I guess. If you're on public transport, I would not recommend it. But if you in like, any public place where there's decent people, you ain't got to worry about that shit.
The one and only time I went to LA, I was pretty much on Hollywood Boulevard. We went to a couple spots. We ain't go in the hood. The one time I did go in the hood, we Googled the house from Friday, Craig's house from Friday.
I went by there too.
Yeah, so I just drove by it, just kind of, and that area didn't look too bad.
It's gentrified, yeah.
That's what I got.
Because Boys in the Hood too, I went by there because I was right on Manhattan Beach, and it just tripped me out how like Compton is right next door. It's nice poverty tents right next door. It's like, damn, they don't tell you about all this. But I will say, and if you know, you know, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is the best chicken and waffles I've ever had, hands down. Hands down.
I actually went there too. It was pretty good up until I had Breakfast Club. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I haven't had Breakfast Club yet. Okay.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Oh,
You lived in
really?
Houston and didn't go to Breakfast Club.
I didn't. I'm not waiting. It was lines. I'm not waiting to no lines for food. It was like a long wait.
The line go quick though.
Yeah. I never did go. Damn, I'm gonna have to try next time for sure.
Next time you come in town, we gotta hit up Breakfast Club.
For sure.
Yeah.
And play Chris Brown on the way there, Rocket.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. All right. I don't know about all that. Bravo said, I went to LA in March. Weather was great. Traffic terrible. That's another thing. The traffic is awful in LA. So
Atlanta's
that's another
worse.
reason to not go.
Yeah, Atlanta's worse. Hands down. Atlanta has the worst traffic in history.
And Bravo also said, I stay downtown. It's still it's lines every day at Breakfast Club. That's the worst part of it. You got to wait in line for the fucking food, man. They blew the spot up, and now you got to wait hours for breakfast. You already hungry as hell.
Yeah, I will say this because I go there all the time, and shout out to Marcus, who the owner there. The lines go really quick, man. Especially if it's just only two people, it go by quick, man. People kind of go in and get out. People don't really hang out. It's not like a club or anything.
Yeah.
So it go really quick. If you go during the week though, like on a random Wednesday or Tuesday or something like that, it ain't no line in there. That's mainly the only time I go now. If I'm off Thursday or something like that, I would just go on the Thursday morning and you just walk right in and it's empty.
You just got to know when to go. Thursday morning. Okay, got you, man.
Yeah.
You got to fucking.
Now I'm about to blow the spot up.
Yeah,
now it's ruined.
You. Right.
You should have told us after we were done recording, man.
Tell them Figgy sent you.
Now everybody know. Everybody gonna be out there. Spread the word.
Yeah.
Lamont said, after the Astros won in 2017, I went out to Los Angeles. Naturally, I was rocking my Astros gear and went to the swap meet on Slauson. Yeah, that was your first mistake.
Yeah.
Going to Slauson, period.
Slauson right next door from me. Yeah,
man. Some YNs asked me, you from around, cuz? I said, I'm from Houston. I got back to my cousin's house and told them, and they said, oh, you can't wear that Astros shit around here.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
that is crazy, but good to know. That's crazy though.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I wonder if there's any baseball or football team or anything you can wear and be good in LA. Did they claim everything? Do they claim the Mariners? Is there a Mariners gang up out there too? I don't fucking know.
They tried to say that about CJ Stroud when he wore that Mariners hat. I seen some folks talk about he did it because of Nipsey. It was Nipsey Hussle birthday or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, I mean, I know he from Cali. I ain't think he was deep in the streets like that.
Droid says, unless you got a homie to take you around, LA has a high learning curve for visitors. See, that's what I don't like about LA. That's it. Oh, you got to tap in. You got to read. You got to know what's up. You got to read the tutorial. Fucking, you got to learn. You got to have somebody put you on. A concierge.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This is one of the biggest, most famous cities in America.
They don't tell you all that,
more
though.
importantly, let me say it, white folks walk around wearing anything, no problem. But me as a black man gotta worry about my life because I got Astro shit on. Come on, dog. You ain't gonna press Jake. You ain't pressing Tyler. You gonna press Nito. So I got an Astros hat on, man. Fuck out of here, dog. Only black people. Sorry, man. That shit pissed me off.
I will say by day 3, I was ready to come back to Houston. I was like, baby, I'm ready to go. By day 3, I've seen everything I need to see in LA, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Love San Francisco, though. If I had money, that's where I would be for sure. Beautiful.
Droid said the Dodgers hat is neutral. Okay, good to know. We can't rock Dodgers, man, because we're Astros. So yeah, that's the ops for us. You wear a Dodgers hat in Houston, you might get pressed, man, because that's how deep this shit is going. HRW said he walked around LA. It wasn't crazy. Yeah. I think it depends. You can't go on Slauson with, but I think you're gonna be good on Hollywood Boulevard, man. So, all right, we got to wrap this up, man. It's been 3 hours. We could talk forever, honestly. I missed this. I did miss all three of us talking about shit. We go forever, but it has been 3 hours. A very long podcast, so we got to wrap this up at some point. So,
yeah,
Jules. Very happy to have you back for our 300th episode.
Yes.
We really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Congrats to you guys, man. Consistency is key, and y'all doing it, loving it, looking good. So, no, big ups to you guys for sure. Holding H-Town down to the best of your ability for sure. No,
we would like to have you back sooner than our 400th episode.
But yes,
so if you're down,
I'm here, man. I'm set up for you guys. So
okay,
hit me up, man, for sure.
We do this every Friday around this time.
Okay.
So if you ain't doing nothing, hey, you got the link.
Tap in. Tap in. Gotcha.
Hop in whenever you want to.
It wouldn't be right if me and Rockett ain't beefing on something. So I'm gonna get that.
Of course. There's a whole lot we got to talk about still, So
no, it's been great, guys. I thank y'all for and congrats to 300. Y'all doing it up.
Yeah,
sure.
Appreciate that. So y'all tap in, of course. Appreciate all y'all who listened and everybody who tuned in. Paul Gallant, who joined us earlier to talk with us. We have Paulie on. We appreciate that, man. Love him.
Yeah.
And all of y'all who joined in, man. We had a lot of comments, people jumping in with the conversation. We appreciate all y'all, man. Everybody who support the podcast, even if you listen to one episode or all 300. We really love y'all and appreciate y'all. Y'all are the reason we kind of kept this going too. Because you gotta understand, we have many times where we're just like, does anybody care anymore? Should we still even be doing this podcast? And then somebody will hit up me or Figgy and say, man, y'all gonna do the podcast again? We miss y'all. So y'all the reason we keep doing it, man. We appreciate all y'all who show love throughout the years. And we hope y'all are doing good and everybody's doing great. And like we said, we will tap in with Jules again soon.
Yes.
And we'll definitely do it again. So we appreciate y'all.
Sure.
We love y'all. And until next time.
Peace.